Good day, beautiful friends. I am spiritual medium Joseph Tittle. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am going to make an attempt in connecting with the late Charlie Kirk, who, as you know, most of you should know by now, who was taken out through assassination at an event in Utah in September of 2025. Many of my subscribers asked me to make this connection. I asked all of you when I channeled David Wilcock, what would you like me to channel next? And I'm going to ask that same question today. Who would you like me to channel next? And there's never a guarantee, but if you're watching this now, I definitely channeled him because you're watching this. But there's never a guarantee. We can't just pick up the phone and be like, I want to talk to such and such. It really doesn't work that way. And sometimes we get that great connection when we request it. And now I also believe as a medium that a lot of information also runs through my spirit guides. My team of guides make this all possible, so I'm grateful to them. And grateful to all you. Today we're going to see what Charlie has to say. What really did happen to Charlie Kirk? What's really happening with the Turning Point organization? And is Charlie doing okay over there in the spirit world? Because some people think that he's still alive. What do you think? Well, I can assure you, because I already did the channeling, he's very much not alive. I can assure you that right now. I got some channeling. Interesting information about not alive, Erica Kirk, I can assure you. And who else he keeps company with in the heavens. So this is a really interesting channeling session that I really hope that you enjoy. And just a little background for those who are new here and may not know me. Again, I'm a spiritual medium, have been for over 3 decades. I've channeled through many famous people, for clients actually. One of my favorites was Michael Jackson. That's why people swear he's alive. And I'm like, he came to me twice in readings for famous people I was reading in Hollywood. Out of California, not necessarily Hollywood. So I know he's passed. I've worked with the police. I've worked on soft crimes, ghost investigations. I've done national television, and it's all on my YouTube page. So check out some of those cool clips, including one of my favorites from America's Psychic Challenge when I went on the murder scene. So lots of experience with communicating with the spirits. Lots of it. And thanks to my spirit guides once again. So let's see what Charlie Kirk has to say today. All right, beautiful friends. Here we go. I removed my hat, did a little bit of sage to get the mode going, to clear any energies, although my property and home is pretty darn clear. It's always good to have some Mama Sage aboard. The hat blocks the crown chakra. I know I need a haircut. It's all good. I have a picture of Charlie here that I printed out because it just felt appropriate. And I'm doing this channeling again today because folks in the subscribers asked me to do so. So we're going to see. And here's the thing. You can't always pick who you want to channel through from spirit. It doesn't always work that way. It doesn't always work that way at all. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're stuck in limbo between the worlds, especially when there's tragic passings. That's why I always tell folks it's a good idea to light a white candle and do some prayers after somebody passes and ensure them that they cross over into the right place. Not that there's a wrong place, but yeah. So I'm just checking out Charlie's picture, and I know absolutely nothing about Charlie Kirk, other than what happened last year. Wasn't it last year already? Yeah, last year. What was it, September, October last year? September. Got it. Right before 9/11, says the spirits. So yeah, the spirits are aboard. Spirits are aboard with us. Spirits are always aboard. But is Charlie Kirk aboard? And does Charlie want to speak to us today? That is the big question. Does Charlie want to speak to us today? What light could he shed on what has happened to him and what else is happening since? Because, the spirits got a lot of knowledge up there. They got a lot of wisdom. We're going to see what Charlie has to say. And again, I know nothing at all about Charlie Kirk other than, what happened, the incident. Didn't really know who the man was before it all happened. Sorry, Charlie, but I didn't. But everybody knows who you are now. Just give me a moment to get into my mode, and we'll see if Charlie comes through today. So my guides make a connection with Charlie. And I get this great sense of humor the guy has, for sure. And I instantly get this sense of humor like, I would have never thought I'd be here in front of a medium. Yeah, would have never believed this. Would have thought that it would have been anti-religious of me. But now I know much more and much deeper, as they all do in spirit, like I said. So thank you, Charlie. Thank you for your presence. So when Charlie comes forward, it's
the best thing about dead guests is they always agree with you.
Interesting because there's his grandmother's with him. I don't know which grandmother, but he has a grandmother figure with him that he shows me. She's like the mother figure watching over him. It might be maybe connected to his mom's side of the family. There's a connection. I don't know where this comes in. Again, I don't know nothing other than he keeps showing me the name Mary. I don't know if that's his grandmother or there's another connection to the name Mary that he wants us to acknowledge. And he also shows me that he has a young woman at his side, but he won't show me who that is yet. And then there's a young man with him as well, a friend of his. He shows me that passed tragically, I believe, during the time that he was in college. And I believe it may have actually been in some type of a motor vehicle or some type of other tragic accident like that. So he has company over there. He's his grandmother, his friend, and this other woman that he's not showing me who she is yet. Why not? So, Charlie, what do you want to tell us first? Where do you want to take us to first? He says, you're the man with the questions. I should have actually had my subscribers list some questions. So what actually happened? We'll go back to that day in September of 2025. What actually happened? And he shows me I was just as surprised as everybody else was with that. Although he said he had this feeling that morning. I had this feeling that morning. Things were a little off. I noticed that my security team was really off. And I was a bit nervous going out there. And I'm not usually that nervous. And he's right. Everybody's nervous when they step in front of a crowd to some extent. But that particular day, I was more nervous. And I wasn't understanding why. Maybe because it was in an opening event. Was it an opening event? He nods. Yes, it was an opening event. So for like a tour or something? Yes, he nods. Opening event. And he shows me a lot of symbolism around this. You know, there's symbols, of course, as I've always said, will be their downfall. Their being the dark shadow government or whatever you want to refer to them as. The illuminated ones. So what happened? It shows me the kid, Tyler Robinson. And he shows me he didn't know. He tells me he didn't know. He didn't fire a single shot. He did not fire a single shot. There was something in his head. So they were using some kind of frequency, MK Ultra, something like that to get into this kid's head. And they may actually even have this kid's head so
They didn't get into his head, they got into his neck.
Programmed to actually believe that he did do it, even though his gun never actually fired a shot. This was all very well organized, very well planned. And it was planned, he makes me feel, in a very short period of time. It's like they made this solid decision one day that we're going to do this. And launched it I'm feeling like within 30 days, definitely less than 60 days. They organized and orchestrated this whole thing. Who is they? I keep seeing the symbol for the skull and crossbones. I don't know if he's showing me that as a symbol of secret societies. That's how I would take it. There's so many. But it goes that deep, he shows me. It goes that deep. So he makes me feel that there were actually paid assassins that were there to ensure that the job got complete. Somehow or another, I see some people behind the scenes in his security actually being paid money and also being a part of it. There were others, he says, within his own organization that were trying to push him out. He was on to something, he says. He was on to something with the financial aspect of Turning Point. Is that what it's called? Turning Point? Yeah.
Could you let him know? Sure, you can include gang violence, by the way. I'm sure he's still waiting on bated breath for that one. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tinfoil Tuesday. How's everyone doing? Hope you're having a good week so far. Sorry I couldn't see you yesterday. I was working and busy, but we are back. Very excited to be here to share weird conspiracies from around the internet with you, joke about them, debunk them. You know what we do. Should be lots of fun. Let's see what's going on in chat. I see we are on a hype train. Thank you so much. 83% to level 2. If you want to help out the hype train and support the channel, its continued existence, you can always do so via bits or subscriptions on Twitch. And let's see what I missed. Dr. Worm, thanks for 60 months. Trey, thanks for 75 months, says many months, many more to go. Demon Trigger with 10 months says I can't wait to get hexed 6-7 times. Lady Anne, thanks for a 10 stream streak, says huge thunderstorm tinted orangish from the Canadian wildfires is headed my way. Stay safe. Altered Undying says, please, Hannah, please, I'm going to the middle of nowhere and I need you to watch this. Let's see what it is.
But this prostitute...
I cannot watch this whole thing. It's 30 minutes and I still haven't gotten a chance to see it yet. It will depend. It will depend. I have to watch it. Things this long, I gotta watch first. Medicated Person, thanks for 14 stream strings, says 48 months. Woo! Chromatic Cuttlefish with 50 months says, goodness, 50 months of sparkly, crinkly tinfoil. Here's to many more months of mod fossil madness, wacky worm hat biology, surreal secret space programs, Tartarian tomfoolery, illuminated idiocy, and of course, crazy coiffed CC from New York, Westchester County. I do love alliteration. Thank you. Boo, boo, boo. Dilla Spiller says, is this an AI Waldo stream? No AI! I promise you, I'll never be AI. Anyway, where was Where's the guy? Oh.
Yes, he
We're
said.
probably not going to watch this whole thing, but I do want to watch a little further into this.
Yes.
We are playing bingo, by the way, of course, so you can get your bingo cards ready. And if you're on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're watching the VOD, hype the video.
There's something off with the finances of Turning Point that he was catching on to. So this goes really deep, he says. It's really complex and really deep, and it wasn't just one reason. There was multiple reasons and multiple people behind the scenes pulling the strings to ensure that they take out Charlie. And
in fairness to the medium, saying that there's shady funding and financial situations going inside a right-wing special interest group is kind of like saying it's day ending in Y. It's just kind of all-inclusive.
It wasn't just specifically a takeout just on Charlie. It was a takeover of Turning Point. And a takeover of Turning Point and this is going to...
Nemesaur, thank you so much for gifting 25 Tier 1 subs. Incredible generosity. And getting us to our sub goal for the month. Thank you, Nemesaur. We appreciate you and your work as a producer on this program. Altered Undying with 100 bits says Patreon stream so I can watch you experience how crazy it is. I will watch it and see how it is. I cannot guarantee any video until I've taken a look at it, just because I don't think that's fair to promise that to you, because I don't know. I will look at it and I will decide.
Sound crazy again. If it resonates with you, then great.
I'm assuming it's probably interesting since you're so interested. So I'm not telling you no by any means. A hard yes is hard for me.
If not, then that's okay too. Turning Point is being taken over by dark entities. We can go to that route. He doesn't show me anything.
By the way, I did not forget. I know we still need to do Discord movie night. I just wanted to bring that up too.
Other than that, but dark
Sorry.
entities, it's a takeover. And that's only just part of it. Part of it was also to shut him down. He shows me he knew more about what was happening behind the scenes and with the Epstein files and the involvement with certain political leaders that he doesn't want to get into, including the leader or current administrations within our government, which is shocking to him that he kept the lid on.
Oh, that's so funny. It's so funny when people like this project their own beliefs onto the dead, as if Charlie Kirk had any problem working directly with the Trump administration. Quite funny.
Things he just wouldn't say. But he says that that's why he insisted that the Epstein files be released. He shows me the tie-in with that, with, of course, Israel. He keeps showing me Bibi, or Netanyahu. He shows me them all sitting at a table. And this is a big table, and I feel like this table is actually probably in Washington, D.C. So I know that
Couldn't
Netanyahu
you ask him? What do you mean you think?
was in D.C. at some point.
And yeah, we can use thinly veiled for that. I think he's implying that Israel killed him anyway, so we can do thinly veiled.
A lot since Trump has come into the administration anyway. But at some point prior to...
Trump has come into the administration. It is the Trump administration. Weird way to phrase that.
Takeout of Charlie. Netanyahu was in the United States and met with this society of people somewhere outside of D.C.
It's the best Christian non-mainstream film I've ever seen. Okay.
Not in D.C. Perhaps actually up in New York. And this is where they gather at this table and make this decision that we need to do something about Charlie. And we need to, so he shows me there's so many aspects to this. There's part of the organization that wanted him out because he was onto something with the finances and the financial situation. There's another aspect about donors that they wanted to cover up that he talks about. Then there's the aspect of the whole information that he knew revealing the Jeffrey files.
Okay, I think we got enough. We get it. We can move on to the real videos for today. Let's see what we're going to do first. Normally I'd wait for, like, the titular video, but I'm gonna be real, I want to hear about these goddamn Gen Z witches that this person is so scared of, so let's hear them out! Dodger Mutt with 100 bits says, I saw Andrew Tate was complaining in a tweet through his lawyers that his faucet is broken in his solitary cell and they won't let him have a bottled water in his cell. Looks like someone might have Pissmas in July. What?
POV.
Why would his faucet being broken mean he has to... Oh! Oh. Bear Grylls. Okay.
Resetting your body count to 0 through rituals.
Modern dating is a humiliation ritual. You either become dual income, no
If you use the phrase humiliation ritual in real life, you're embarrassing. Fucking stop it. Fucking stop it. What are you, a fucking alien anthropologist? Ah, yes, this human humiliation ritual. Dude, just say you don't like something. Just say you think something's embarrassing. Say you think something's uncomfortable. My God. Humiliation ritual. Everyone's out to get me.
or a cat breeder. Either way, you watch your bloodline die out. But we're beginning to realize that none of this was an accident. Just look at the fastest growing religions today. Among men, it's orthodoxy, rooted in tradition, self-sacrifice, traditional understandings of men and women. But among
Boy.
women, it's witchcraft, goddess worship, and new age spirituality, rooted in astrology, crystals, and worship of the divine feminine. But historically,
As opposed to Orthodox and Roman Catholicism, which are super cool and real and not based on a woo-woo ego shit at all.
this is not random. It's a clear indicator of a much deeper crisis. When civilizations are on the brink of collapse, one of the clearest indicators is that they turn back towards fertility cults, goddess figures, and the worship of the divine feminine. So when
Do you have a source for that? What are you talking about? Like when the Roman Empire started to collapse, they converted to Christianity. And I'm not saying those things are like directly tied to one another. I'm just saying like a big example is like, no, not really. What are you talking about? Can you name one society where that happened? Because I think even one example would help a lot. We can do not how women work. This whole video is just going to be not how women work on the bingo card, so let's go with that. That's not how women work on the bingo card. My supernatural stuff is good. Yours is bad. Because it doesn't say I'm inherently in charge of you for existing.
you see modern women turning to witch talk, divine feminine spirituality, pop star goddess worship, and antinatalist ideology, you are not just looking at a
I thought Constantine was the emperor that converted Rome to Christianity.
dating crisis.
And the fiddling while Rome burned thing is a myth. It's not literally true.
You are watching history repeat itself. The truth is, over the last 100 years, men and women have been part of a social engineering experiment that's been forming them in two completely separate and incompatible ways. But once we take
It's incompatible for women to have rights. It was Constantine? Thought so.
a look at the data, the institutions, and the history of how witchcraft became the fastest growing female religion, the gender divide, birthrate crisis, and real story of
The birth rate crisis. Is it a crisis? Can I ask why it's a crisis? Why is it a crisis? Oh, we organize society like a pyramid scheme and you need more and more people born constantly forever to keep that system going, otherwise it collapses? Oh, maybe that system should collapse then, because that's not sustainable. It's not even that it should collapse, it's just like that will collapse. There's no moral judgment on top of it even. That's just impossible to keep going forever. So you gotta deal with it one way or another. What are you talking about?
feminism start to make more sense. And this is why. The uncomfortable truth that nobody wants to say out loud is that women are
The uncomfortable truth is, insert the most bigoted nonsense you've ever heard.
being used as vehicles for social engineering. That's why it simply doesn't work to tell men to just man up and get fit and focus on self-improvement.
Go swipe right.
Or because that's like not... It's not bad advice to work on yourself and improve yourself and even physical fitness. Yeah, that's a good thing. But if that's the totality of advice you're giving men, holy shit, that's not advice. Those aren't the only things. What are you talking about? That's a non-thing. If you're saying that to men for the wide variety of issues people have, financially, socially, interpersonally, like internally in conflict with their own sense of self, in this day and age, and your solution is to tell them to, quote, man up, aka just stop feeling your feelings and go lift some weights. That's not advice. That's actively avoiding problems and dealing with them. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. If your outcome is this, go learn how to DM. Go improve your DM game. Go improve how to message better. Go improve what emojis to send.
Because if it's truly the fault of our modern generation of men, then why were all the institutions and NGOs dumping billions into targeting women for the last 100 years? All you have to do is look at the data.
Do you believe in...
Famously, every organization throughout the 20th century was super on board with women's rights, and women didn't have to fight for them at all. Totally.
Well,
I think the greatest sin in the world is bringing children into the world.
We've all seen the typical statistics that women are much more liberal than men, much more educated than men, and men and women increasingly don't like each other and therefore...
I think you're skipping over the education part. Oh boy, is that not a big piece of information that you should maybe ruminate on when you're considering who is correct or incorrect in their social and educational inclinations here? Women are more educated and more liberal, and men are less educated and more hostile to education, and they're going more right-wing. Wonder what's happening there.
For having
We keep getting stupider and we're all out of ideas.
kids, but the part nobody's talking about is that this is all just a symptom of a much deeper problem. Because amid this so-called progress of our modern society, the birth rates are collapsing at...
That's fine. I don't care. Oh no, not this many baby. Our Earth is so full of baby, we need more though.
tremendous rate.
No, we don't need to just keep having babies at an increasing rate forever.
The US total fertility rate hit a record low of around 1.6 births per woman in recent years, well below the
Get those numbers down.
2.1 per woman replacement.
The fewer people in the labor market, the more leverage the labor market has against capital. Boy, I wonder why all these rich people are so upset about there being fewer people in the future that they can exploit.
Level. But the dark truth is that men and women no longer live in the same moral universe or have the same conception of right.
I'm sorry, for this you decided to show Nick Fuentes? Are you under the impression that some men who watch Nick Fuentes are right for watching him?
And wrong. But why is this happening? Because morality has to be grounded in a worldview. So what exactly do women believe?
Oh fuck, this is gonna be so bad.
Analysts are documenting that religion is on the rise in America. You might have seen all the videos saying that there's a massive religion resurgence, but not the ones that you might think. The fastest growing religious trends among men include Christian Orthodoxy, Roman Catholicism, with reports of a 70
Yeah, those are the ones that tell them God literally created them to have dominion over the earth and that anyone who tells them otherwise are working with demons. So yeah, a lot of insecure men are falling for that. I don't know what to tell you. Jade Monkey, thanks for 33 months, says, on the rise compared to when?
78% surge in
I haven't seen the stat, so I don't know.
converts to Orthodoxy, with 20,000 people being baptized newly this year into the Orthodox Church.
Is that many globally? Compared to, like, previous years? I don't know what their typical amount is.
Where for about every 2 men who enter Orthodoxy, only about 1 woman converts. So that's all fine and dandy, but where is all...
Stephen J. Neptune Man says he's upset because he wants more white babies. Oh, I'm aware that this is completely couched in white nationalism. I think that's blatantly obvious. So, Spiciest Bard, thanks for a 230 stream streak, says, hi all
the female spiritual enthusiasts?
Yes, he's skipping over every other religion because he thinks those are the correct ones. Why would he talk about things he thinks are fake? He thinks that Catholicism and Roman Orthodox are the 2 correct churches. They're pretty close. If you're a Catholic, for instance, you can take Mass at an Orthodox church. They're kind of like sister churches, is how they consider each other.
Enthusiasm going, because while many men are moving towards orthodoxy, tradition, hierarchy, sacrifice, and repentance, many women are actually moving in the opposite direction.
Yeah, hierarchy is bad. Cool beans.
For women, the fastest growing spiritual currents are
Unjust, arbitrary hierarchies are bad. In some contexts, you need a hierarchy, like someone needs to be an ultimate decision maker in certain contexts, but you know what I mean.
Wicca, witchcraft, New Age spirituality, astrology, goddess worship, and religious disaffiliation. These are not neutral trends. They are female-centered, anti-patriarchal, and built around the divine feminine, personal autonomy, emotional healing, and manifesting spiritual power. And we're going to get into what these movements actually believe here in a bit, because it gets much darker than just crystals and horoscopes. But the part nobody is telling you, not the manosphere, not the so-called right-wing Christian influencers, not self-help gurus, is that feminism itself is deeply religious. It has dogmas. It has saints.
What? Hey, could we be treated equally? Get your fucking religion out of my face, hippie. Human beings are awful creatures. Lennon Cat with 40 bits says, I'd be interested in knowing how many of these men, quote, becoming Catholics are just people who say they are because they like the aesthetic and want to LARP like crusaders against Muslims and brown people in general. Many. I would imagine many of them are right-wing people who, frankly, probably weren't even non-religious. I assume they were people that consider themselves Protestant because the United States is primarily Protestant, and then they got into trad cath memes and stuff, and the American trad cath sort of fascist white nationalist pipeline. So I think it's more already quite Christian or right-wing dudes switching to what in America is aesthetically and factually a more extreme Christian dominionist view, even compared to, like, evangelical Christian Protestants. They want not just a church that is the authority, they want a head of that church. They don't like the current pope, but they like the idea of a pope and a church that could tell everyone what to do if that church wants people to do what they believe.
It has heresies, rituals, and sacred victims, and forbidden questions that you're not allowed to ask. And at the center of it all is one core belief: patriarchy must be destroyed.
Tonight I'm playing Ashniko Femdom, and it's a little bit of a power play. There are two men holding my hair. Down with the patriarchy. That's the message.
I was out here hating men before it became a thing. But my real muse was David Bowie. He embodied male and female spirit, and that suited me just fine.
I believe in manifesting. I believe in all of that magic of life. And that...
Why is everyone so stupid and it's just in different ways? I must be such a fucking idiot. This is the thing that gets me when I watch stuff on Tinfoil Tuesday. Everyone I see is so goddamn stupid and crazy. And I know ways that I am crazy, but imagine all the ways I'm stupid and crazy that I don't see. How frustrating.
That keeps me excited.
Can you do a tarot card reading for me?
Oh my god, I wish I brought them.
Yeah, what is that? What, are you just walking around set looking to do readings
every day? No, they come to me.
Oh, interesting.
They come to me.
Okay, so I like wearing body parts as jewelry. So I thought I wanted to wear my fans because I love my fans more than anything.
Oh my god, did you seriously blur her legs because she's wearing fishnets? She's also wearing really tall boots and stuff. You're basically only covering this part of her thigh. What are you doing?
Right. So I thought they could send me their teeth, and then I made a headdress.
Stone Corbell says, prominent feminist theorist Madonna. Lennon Cat says, I'm too dumb to be smarter than this many people. Yeah.
Out of him, and I had like 1,000, so now I'm making a bra.
You said, I have to ask you this, you're telling me out of time that you've slept with a ghost. I have to ask you, have you slept with a ghost?
I did go to the Bone Zone with a ghost.
Famously, anecdotes told on talk shows are always very true and not concocted by publicists or producers to make a clippable segment for YouTube. Yeah, Dan Aykroyd really did think he got fucked by a ghost, so Dan Aykroyd is allowed to say that. It's not true. But Dan Aykroyd really believes he was fucked by a ghost, so he gets to say it. In fact, I'm not even going to argue with him. He helped make Ghostbusters and Nothing But Trouble, so I think I gotta just let him do stupid bullshit.
goddess worship. Modern pop stars are not just selling music anymore. They are selling archetypes. They are selling spiritual identities. Let's start with Beyonce. Beyonce's not simple.
What do you mean they're selling archetypes? Like, if you're talking about music stars or celebrities in general, often, yes, you can argue they fall into certain archetypes of celebrity. You could devise archetypes of celebrity or even tie them to older archetypes, but that doesn't mean anything. We just create images for people to sell to people. Like, you might find that morally dubious. It is weird, but that's what show business is. It's not satanic. It's people coming together to try and make a profit, and it's easier to do that when you're selling a concise product. And we're selling a performer as a product. You kind of have to create a fictional persona of them for you to pitch to an audience. It's not like an evil magic wizard plan. It's just marketing people. Arguably worse.
Simply marketed as a singer. She is quote-unquote Queen Bee. Her imagery constantly leans into royalty, fertility.
Oh my god, bitch. Have you never seen one of 5,000 versions of A Star Is Born that they've made? Yes. Yes. People's managers and marketers create personas for them.
Divine femininity, African goddess symbolism, and mass devotion.
Just a peach with a dollar tip says that in the US, about 2,000 people were excommunicated by the Vatican for being too right-wing, incredibly based.
Ocean. In Lemonade, she appears in imagery associated with Ocean, the goddess of beauty, sensuality, fertility, and water.
Is a form of worship.
In the song Church Girl, she fuses church language with sexual liberation language, as if the sacred space itself has become repurposed into a celebration of autonomy. And the most diabolical of
There's songs that fuse sexuality and religion all the time. Take me to church, I'll worship at the shrine, turn your lights. Hallelujah, hallelujah. The Bible is the most... I hate when this comes up. It's so frustrating to me. The Bible is the most referenced text in the Western canon. Shakespeare's number 2. So you're gonna come across biblical and spiritual references or allegory in media because it is quite central to the sort of philosophical and historical beliefs of the West. That doesn't make those beliefs true, but it is something that is easily referenced as a shared reference point between people in a culture. Lennon knows what to do with 40-bit says he's talking about cults of the feminine, but also saying that Catholicism and Eastern Orthodoxy are the true religions. Both of these literally pray before an archetype of the Divine Mother. Like, more people pray to Mary before Jesus in Italy, statistically. That's true. I hadn't considered that. I would say that he would think, well, yes, she's prayed to, but in the sense that she was the vessel for Christ. I think he would frame it in a way that is different. Or he's one of those trad cath converts that goes like, yeah, I'm a Catholic now, but I'm not going to pray to Mary or any of the saints. Basically a Protestant who's into Renaissance paintings. Ultimate Undying says, really, reality has been the most toxic fandom, in which is why I stick to Clive Barker's Nightbreed. True. Stephen J. Neptune Man says, I think this is the most prudish guy we've seen. He's literally blurring Beyonce's chest, even though all you see is some cleavage. What'd you miss? Not too much. Right now, this person is talking about how wicked Gen Z women are turning to witchcraft, unlike strong Gen Z virile men who are into Orthodox Christianity, which is based or something.
Of all, she recites,
I saw the devil. I grew thick in skin on my feet. I bathed.
A Protestant who's into Renaissance paintings and weird about the Crusades. Do you think the people really obsessed about the Crusades know that the Crusaders only, won kind of the first crusade? And then the fourth crusade, Christians were killing each other? Well, then the rest of the crusades were very unsuccessful. There were 9 of them. Like, the Crusades are not something you want to focus on as a victory. Just putting it out there.
In bleach and plugged my mentees with pages from the holy book.
Yes, she means she used sacred scripture as a tampon, but it gets...
Okay. Have you seen the Piss Christ? This is really edgy to you? Ooh, what if I used the Bible for something involving bodily fluids? Ooh, who cares?
It's more explicit. Ariana Grande has openly embraced witchcraft in the occult. Literally releases a song called quote-unquote God is a Woman, and
I really want her to get help. Holy shit. I hate how, like, eating disorders are back in. Not a fan. I don't know how she looks now, but during Wicked and Wicked 2's, like, press tours, oh my gosh. Thought she was gonna fall over dead.
in the music video, she is not just singing about empowerment,
Yeah, the other woman from Wicked too, I forget her name.
but she is placed at the center of the cosmos. She is surrounded by a choir. She reimagines...
It's worse now. That's terrible. We were doing so good for so long on this shit and trying to have the general public message of like, hey, don't hurt yourself.
Imagines religious art, even placing herself in the position of God the Creator in a recreation of Michelangelo's creation of Adam, which completely inverts the script because, as we all know, Eve came from Adam's rib. And when she...
A very true thing that happened, yes. Women... Do you know how many people on Earth literally believe that 50% of the population comes from the rib of a man being turned into a person? Do you know how many American Christians unironically believe that men have one fewer rib than women for this reason? I'm not joking. Find a Christian near you. Find several Christians. Depending on how literalist they are, they may have been taught incorrectly that men have one fewer rib than women. I was.
She performed it at the VMAs. The stage looked like a feminist Last Supper. Now, this...
You were taught that too, right? See? I'm not fucking crazy. They are. My God.
Stuff is not subtle, but then it gets a lot darker. Lady Gaga was one of the major bridges between the older blasphemous pop and the new ritualistic female celebrity cult. In Judas, she takes the imagery of Christ.
It doesn't even say rib, it merely says side. Wow, it's almost like all this religious rhetoric is just shit people are making up as they go along. Wow, wouldn't that be crazy and make you insane, knowing that a large part of human existence and what drives us is absolute fiction? Wouldn't that drive you crazy knowing that and then looking everyone around you and they're all crazy and everyone believes crazy things? That wouldn't make you very mentally healthy. Couldn't be me.
Judas and Mary Magdalene and turns it into pop psychology, betrayal, desire, and self-expression. In Alejandro, Catholic-coded imagery, rosaries, religious costumes, eroticism, and militarized choreography all collapse into one performance. With Gaga, pop becomes ritual, fame becomes religion, and the stage becomes an altar. And in recent times,
it's a performance, dickbag. Just because you don't have a bone for showmanship in your whole body doesn't mean other people don't like to perform.
Record labels are trying to make this seem cute. Sabrina Carpenter, she takes sacrilege and turns into a
Dilla Spiller says new gender essentialism just dropped. 24 ribs equals woman.
Joke. Her feather music was filmed inside a Catholic church with coffins, death, veils, altar imagery, and men dying around her in stylized revenge comedy. When people were outraged, her response was basically, quote-unquote, Jesus was a carpenter. Then in taste, horror references, blood, revenge, obsession, even voodoo doll imagery.
That's hilarious. I don't really care for music, but now I kind of want to watch that music video.
But then the altar turns openly satanic. The most striking example is the recent new artist Sofia Zella, whose music and performance embodies this new goddess archetype beyond blatantly. Her rapid emergence out of seemingly nowhere drips with female empowerment laced with man-hate.
Drips with female empowerment, derogatory.
And toxic rhetoric. Live.
Don't really care for music, do ya? No. Oh. And you don't really care for music, do you? But it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major... Satanic on the bingo card.
Her concerts resemble religious services. Young girls worship
Guy who doesn't know what... Guy who's only been to church. Wow, this concert sure looks like church.
her on stage. Screaming lyrics in trance-like devotion, treating her as a high priestess.
Do you think that he's uncomfortable with this because to some extent it shows that the power of music really manipulates people? And you often see people in certain churches where music is a big part of the service, where they get really emotionally into it in kind of like a bizarre way. Does he not like stuff like this because it shows that that's not specific to religion? That's just a human thing that can happen. You can get very emotionally involved when music is there and you're all with a bunch of other people and there's a thing happening. Humans are a social species, and that can cause weird brain things, and you get very into it. And frankly, a lot of these people are young, you know? They're starstruck. You can look at videos of young women or even men at concerts from every generation where there's been video and see them excited and freaking out. Surely you've all seen the footage of, like, young women being excited for the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or the Beach Boys even. This isn't a new thing. This is just a human thing. It's not evil. It's not mysterious. It's just being a person. And fundamentalists hate nothing more than people just being people. Because then how do you control them? You gotta make certain normal human behaviors deviant so you can control people. Alton Undying, thanks for gifting a sub.
This is goddess worship in real time. Tracks like, quote, "Everybody supports women," promote these deeply entrenched feminist ideas as if they're just widely accepted by everybody and
I mean, what you consider to be feminist ideas is that women shouldn't be property, so I would say yes, most people, even in the United States where things are pretty shitty, don't literally believe women should be property, so... Lance, thanks for 36 months, says this concert looks like a church, is more a condemnation of fundamentalist Christianity than it is of all concerts. No sub, baby, please. Okay.
we all ought to
if you say so.
Believe them. Quote, "Everybody supports women until a woman is doing better than you." Her EP, quote, "I Can
Main Captain, thanks for 45 stream streak.
Be Your Mother," features songs that blur maternal roles with dominance and seduction, and have obvious goddess worship implications. Twists nurturing control into, quote, "I can be your mother, I can be your dad, I can be anything but
the female gaze. Is this Satanism?
You. A demonic, genderless delusion. In one video, she tempts men with fruit in a clear reenactment of Eve offering the forbidden apple to Adam in the garden, positioning
You're not allowed to reference one of the biggest religions in the world, you bitch.
Women as seductive disruptors of order. Rituals of affirmation where traditional faith is replaced by secular idolatry of the empowered woman. And later in the video, we'll explore how she's actually taking on an ancient Hindu goddess archetype. Now,
Of course she is. Why wouldn't she?
when we go into the philosophy and the people who pushed this idea into American mainstream, we will see that this was actually their goal. What's really going on? But before we get into that, I just want to quickly remind you all that Lungs of Faith is a one-man operation. It's just me. Videos like this take a huge amount of time to research, write, record, and edit. So if this channel
Does it really? It kind of just seems like you go through Spotify and look for women you think are whores, and then you, like, just say that they're satanic?
has helped you think more deeply about these issues and you want to support my work, you can donate over at buymeacoffee.com/lungsoffaith or through the PayPal link below. And if you want to go further, supporters at $50 a month plus are labeled producers of the channel at the end of all my videos and get direct input on future topics. Back to the plus. This isn't just a meme. This is where witch talk comes in, and what shocked me is how this isn't just a meme. This stuff is literally civilizational. It's so popular. It's in the hands of all of our young women, and it's honestly terrifying. Accounts with
It's terrifying. Women getting into patchouli and tarot cards. Oh my god, this is the end of civilization.
hundreds of thousands of millions of followers dedicated to blatant and overt witchcraft, teaching young women how to cast spells.
Look, witchcraft isn't real either. Like, if you're doing it for, like, you think the ritual of it is fun and it makes you feel a certain way, That's great. That's fine. Whatever. Humans like ritual. I totally get it. I have my own rituals that I do, even though I know they're just me doing stuff. It can feel nice to have little rituals. That's fine. But yeah, magic isn't real, and you can't manifest things, and you can't really cast spells. If you just do it because it makes you feel good and you know that, great! Other people believe it literally, and they're wrong, like a lot of people are wrong about a lot of things. They're not hurting anyone.
Manifest and contact the demonic. Now, one of the biggest niches and ways this works into the popular consciousness is through dating advice and teaching women to cast spells on their boyfriends and future lovers without them knowing. Check it out.
If you came across this video, it's so you need to learn how to control that man and make him submit to your will.
Say that those videos are problematic for pretty obvious reasons too, but again, it's just people kind of being dumb on TikTok. It's TikTok. What do you want? Dillis Filler says, it's not a civilization. Show me one city that Witch Talk has established.
Cast this spell
It's set up camp firmly in his head, rent-free.
on my boyfriend.
The amount of time that you're hoping and wondering and fantasizing about him breaking no contact, girl, it's been over a week. Do witchcraft on him already.
When they ask how I get my man to listen and do whatever I say, control love spell.
Now, to all of the girl dads and the white knights, wake up.
Are we making fun of dads that are involved with their daughters now? That's fucking pathetic. The guys in these pictures are 10 times the man you're ever gonna be, dude. What are you doing?
This is the reality.
Yeah, that's based. That's based that you interact with your children in a positive manner. Hot take. That's a good thing, you weirdo.
This could be your own daughter, because it's in every corner of the female internet, from entrepreneurship advice, being littered with
Profane Priestess says, I often use tarot and other divination as a form of thought triggering. If I'm confused or frustrated or anxious about something, I'll do a reading and think about what it means in my life currently. I'm not predicting the future, but I can be a jumping off point. Yeah, I do something similar with movies. Like sometimes I'll have some kind of problem, and I'll feel weird, and I don't know why, and I'll try and find a movie I've never watched before, and I will watch it, maybe some other films over the course of a week, and eventually I'll usually get to one that sticks with me for a particular reason thematically. And it's not necessarily that the movie was intended to be about that theme, but somehow I have projected something onto it, and it's made me think about things, and it helps me kind of think about my own problems in that way that you tend to project what you're thinking about, even if you don't realize it, onto media you watch and see it reflected back at you. So that's my tool for kind of trying to figure out what's going on and get a bearing on myself.
Manifestation and seances to makeup tutorials caked in with spells.
I created my dream
I just said movies. I didn't say a medium.
life using witchcraft. I'm now financially free. I built a successful art business from scratch, and I live in my dream apartment. And I'm gonna tell you how I did it. I always make sure to keep 3 spells in my home at all times, and that is a luck and abundance spell, a protection spell, and a transmutation spell. I do make all of these myself with ingredients from a metaphysical or grocery store, and I hand select every
a metaphysical or grocery store.
ingredient because I want to really resonate and align with everything that goes into the spell. And I do think that is the key to making a powerful spell.
I'm going to give you a very, very powerful business spell to cast. It is actually my personal one that I use myself. This spell is the reason why I have such high quality clients throw their money at me.
Frank and Twink affected you greatly. I didn't know there was a movie called Frank and Twink. That's beautiful.
Who are loyal, who don't waste no time, all of the check boxes.
Stop playing copyrighted music. Just a Peach says, a lot of witch stuff is Catholic painted over to hide from Cromwell and other leaders. Nice. Lennon Cat says, if you don't have a spell at home, store-bought is fine.
Maybe matching herb if you want to bathe in that. Take a cologne, your beauty sigil, put it underneath it, and spray your cologne. Bewitched.
Welcome to Glamour Magic 101.
Okay, goddesses, let's talk about strawberry magic. So, strawberries are really, really great for seduction.
I think this one ate the strawberries before she even got to the spell. The content that...
Is that a weight joke? She wasn't even overweight. Oh my god, these dudes are insufferable.
Dominates online.
We'll be done with this soon, by the way. We're not even halfway through this, and we have so much other stuff to get to.
Typically reveals what people are actually hungry for.
What does it mean? I think he was trying to say she's fat, but she's clearly not. She's not? He's just doing the... I can't call him what I want to call him. He's just doing the thing where he's like, haha, I don't like her, I will insult her, I win.
And right now, a massive amount of popular women's content is astrology, witchcraft, divine feminine energy, manipulation, therapy.
Altered Undying says it's what I nicknamed when I was a teenage Frankenstein during our Patreon watch. By the way, Patreon is great. Oh yeah. I might have missed that message during the patron live stream or something.
Therapy speak, anti-motherhood empowerment. Meanwhile, men's content is obsessed.
Oh wait, no, I do remember. I remember you calling him Frank and Twink. Yeah, we watched I Was a Teenage Frankenstein on the last Patron live stream.
With success, lifting, discipline, money, and self-improvement, which, don't get me wrong, all have their serious problems. But pretending that men are equally in as bad of a state as women.
Really?
Is just completely delusional. Men are being told to become stronger. Women are being told they are goddesses. Those...
Oh my god. That's your interpretation of the manosphere?
are not the same problem.
No, that wasn't Dies of Laughter. It was Head in Hands. It was Head in Hands.
Increasingly popular trend among young women is...
No, there's no Marcel today. Probably tomorrow, because we're going to do Sovsits tomorrow.
Using their menstrual blood in rituals.
Think carefully about who you're doing this for, because you won't be able to distance yourself from that person ever again. Take a sanitary pad and make a hole in it. Through this hole, insert a photo of the person you wish to have in your life. If you are on your period, it is...
This feels like a rage bait spell. This feels like the kind of TikTok, you know when someone does like a food waste TikTok that's clearly like rage bait just to get people to comment like, what the fuck? This feels like that. This feels like it's some sort of bait to get interaction. If not rage bait, just like what the fuck bait.
Is much more effective.
And then it moves into relationships.
I remember when I did...
Alright, enough of this weird asshole. Let's move on. That guy's kind of funny. I'll hold off on that one, though. Oh, this is so stupid. You know this Ed Citronelli guy who does the demon exorcisms? This is the stupidest miracle ever. Look at the prophecy. Look at his prophecy.
Our Friday Fire Prophetic Service. During our Friday Fire Prophetic Service, Apostle Ed Citronelli called out a man and revealed by the word of knowledge that he had lost a wallet, describing its color and revealing it had been missing for several days.
This is a testimony you prophesied on Friday in regards to a man's wallet being misplaced.
Sir, you. Yeah. I saw a black wallet being lost. When I say black wallet, I'm talking about a men's wallet. Black. Being lost, being misplaced. And this is going back a little while now, a little while. You lost this wallet. It was either lost or you misplaced it and you was looking for it, you couldn't find it.
Days later, the man returned with an astonishing testimony. After hearing a voice telling him exactly where to look, he found it. Watch what happened.
It's a miracle! He found his wallet!
Now, Saturday morning, I stepped out, came back in, and as I was out, it was told to me as to where this wallet was.
So it was misplaced.
It was misplaced.
And I prophesied it on Friday. You didn't know on Friday
No.
that he had been misplaced.
Well,
he didn't have it and didn't know where it was, so pretty good guess that it's missing. Misplaced.
unaware of where it was.
Got it. Then Saturday, what happened?
Saturday morning, this is when it came to me as to where it was. And I went, I got it, and I said, oh, this is what the prophet prophesied about.
What an incredible prophecy. You lost your wallet, and he prophesied you'd find it eventually. Wow!
And I said I would have to bring it forward and let everyone know. Because if there was a
Oh, I'm actually not cool with that joke. That feels icky. I'm gonna purge that.
doubt in anyone's mind as if you weren't a prophet sent from God, this is my way of saying this is indeed a prophet sent by the Lord. For such a time as this,
give Jesus glory. Come on, church. Wow.
The Spirit of God is not silent. God still reveals the secrets of the hearts of men today, just as he did in Bible days. Believe his prophets and you shall prosper.
This lady think Andrew Tate getting arrested is fake.
A reminder that most everything that we see is fake. We are at a point in time in history where we have no idea if what we see is real or not.
That's probably a more accurate description. The zone has been thoroughly flooded. We did it, everyone. No one knows the truth anymore, and narratives are very difficult to build to get people behind in a coalition to effect change. Hooray!
And this is the perfect example. Watch his shoes. Andrew's shoes. Oh, there it is. Tip of the shoe has just disappeared. Oh, now it's back.
It was folded under him, ma'am. It was probably folded under him, or it was a camera artifact.
Again. Oopsie. Y'all, we're at a point in time, honestly, where I'm going to guess 95% of the videos that we see, 95% of the events of the news that we see is not real. AI.
You're overestimating the amount of time that video generative AI can go on in a consistent shot without hallucinating.
Has gotten so good.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's more consistent than it was last time I checked, because I don't keep up on this shit. I hate AI, so I try to avoid it. But last I checked, it still can't do single shots for a long period of time before freaking the fuck out and just being nonsense. And it already starts out pretty nonsense, so.
Has been so good that we just don't know. And this comes after a video of him playing poker, I think it was, or blackjack, where there was a guy behind him. I'll play the video here in a second. The guy behind him was literally headless. This guy right here, just casually hanging out without a head, just, you know, standing around headless. This man is also not straight, by the way. These mistakes are obviously being done intentionally. These are big mistakes.
I have no idea what's going on with the headless guy. I really don't know.
And it's really interesting to watch when videos are posted, even the whole Mitch McConnell thing, pictures are posted. You know, people are analyzing them now for AI. People are analyzing them for the mistakes. They are looking for the mistakes because we all know, just a blanket statement, right, that we are being lied to, just across the board about everything. And that's why, in my opinion, they are allowing this kind of stuff to happen because they want the masses riled up. They want the masses sick and tired of being lied to, sick and tired of being manipulated. They want the masses sick and tired of AI. That's their goal. Because again, it always goes back to the Bible, right? It always goes back to the good cop that is going to be presented.
Ancient wisdom on the bingo card for the Bible thing. She uses the same song every time. Yeah, I'm assuming that it is copyright free, and that's why.
to the world in the very near future. This is the system that the Antichrist will come in and deliver the world from. It's a very small example, but this is a...
Gillis Filler says, I don't like how Andrew Tate can just wear a great color like purple or manifest in reality in the same visible, palatable material form as humans.
Part of the system, the elites, the celebrities that nobody relates to.
Palpable, by the way. I said palatable. Please don't eat people. Cannibalism is no bueno.
To anymore, right? The surveillance, the flock cameras, the AI, all of it. He will deliver the world from that into a mock millennium where everybody is...
Sorry, I just got a text. Polte is acting National Intelligence Director? Yes. Dillis Filler says, I don't like how Andrew Tate can just wear... Oh, I read that. Sorry.
Is united. Everybody is living as one. It's peaceful. We're at harmony with the animals, all of it. No more wars, no more surveillance, no more AI.
Yeah, he has been for a month. It's just someone who I assume didn't know until now.
More elites, eating children. None of that. No more taxes. Everybody gets...
I know the person, obviously.
Universal income. Everybody's living. Everybody's happy. That's the world. So they're doing all of this intentionally to get everybody fed up. What they're also doing is they are creating a mindset that this is an old system, that it's breaking down, right? Because this new world is going to be a higher consciousness that the Antichrist will usher in. So they're kind of creating the illusion that this old system, this evil system, is breaking down and fading away, and the new is coming. And that's what the Antichrist will do. That's part of the lie, right? That we can all ascend, we can all rise up to a higher consciousness, and this system is going to fall away. Almost every single thing that we see, y'all, is fake. It is either scripted and pre-planned, or it is AI. The only truth that we have in this world is...
Andrew Tate's a GTA character that escaped into our reality. That's the thing. If Andrew Tate never existed in the real world and he was just a GTA character, I think people would make fun of the character because they'd be like, that's too over the top. Who is this even making fun of? You know what I mean? He's such a bizarre character, the way he presents himself. He already is a parody. It's like the character he presents himself as is already this over-the-top simulacrum of a person.
Is God's word. That is the only truth that we have. That is the only truth that we need. Everything going on outside is biblical.
Italian Shakespeare says, relevant joke. Let's see. Hold on, where am I at right now so I don't forget? And then the real factory.
My God, what if the secret ingredient is people?
No, there's already a soda like that. Soylent Cola.
Oh, how is it?
It varies from person to person.
Pretty good.
Biblical. But they are throwing out a movie for you to watch to keep you distracted from the fact that everything going on outside is biblical. Satan and his kingdom, Satan and his puppets are all moving the chess pieces into place behind the curtain.
What if there isn't like a big evil goat demon making people behave badly and actually humans are just kind of animals doing our best, and unfortunately when you become ultra wealthy your life becomes nothing but a string of supernormal stimuli that destroys your brain and makes you unable to recognize how you're behaving compared to people who are normally operating within the world. Maybe that's not good. Maybe we should stop giving monkeys billions of dollars. That would be good. Dillis Spiller says, maybe humans are just assholes in fair Verona where we lay our scene. Perhaps. Yes, we're all watching a movie on Bingo. We're all watching a movie. We're all watching a movie and doesn't understand how cameras work.
ready for the 7-year tribulation, getting ready for the physical rule of Satan on this earth.
Monkeys are better than humans. They don't have delusions of grandeur. So true. Lance with 100 bits says the menswear guy got blocked by Tate after ratio him for dressing like Kamala Harris. It's hilarious.
Earth.
We did have satanic on the bingo card already.
In the last second of the end. If you do not know Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, now is the time. We are living in the days of Noah. In the days of Noah, Noah preached for 120 years. He warned the world about the wrath that was
crazy that that's not part of the original story.
Coming, and they did nothing but laugh at him. They did nothing but mock him because they didn't see the rain. And right now you have people sounding the alarm. You have watchmen, you have Christians, true followers of the Lord Jesus Christ, warning the world about what is coming. And even those out there who do not believe, but they know that the world, there's something wrong. They can feel that there's something coming. They are still laughing at us. Now is the time to take it seriously. Heed the warning. The wrath of God Almighty is about to be poured out on this world. That is why the world looks like it does. Satan's kingdom is getting ready to rule this world for 7 years.
Anything to avoid blaming human beings.
The wrath of the creator of this world is about to be poured out. His anger.
Oh man, the creator of the world sounds like a real dick. So you want to fight him together? He's going to destroy everything and everyone, and you're warning people, right? You must be super against this terrible cosmic creature bent on destroying humanity. Oh no, you're on his side and you want me to also be on the side of the cosmic being that's going to pour his wrath out on the earth? No, I'm good, actually. I actually think that's crazy. And if that was real, you would be a collaborator with a cosmic Nazi, so very weird hill to die on.
His judgment, his wrath is about to be poured out on this world. He is going to allow Satan to physically take a seat and rule this world. Now, this may seem like nothingness to most people, but it is indicative of something much larger. There is a deception coming that will seem like a rescue mission. It will feel to the world like a liberation. It will feel like an exodus, right? We are being delivered from evil, and that is the deception. And I will continually warn about it, because I do believe that the Lord allowed me to see that so that I can warn about it.
Oh, you're so special. She's so special, guys. God talks to her. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, this is hilarious. This is only 6 minutes long. This guy has certain hypotheses about gyroscopes. I don't know if you guys remember, gyroscopes have been used in the past to debunk flat Earth, including by flat earthers. Bob Nobel and a group of other flat earthers some years ago at this point, maybe 6 years, not exactly sure, spent $20,000 on a ring laser gyroscope to try and prove the world was flat, and then they did the opposite accidentally by recording a 15 degree per hour angular shift, which is in line with what we expect for a round Earth. So this guy's going to complain about gyroscopes.
Let's talk about how globe defenders claim they verify.
Globe defenders. Jitaro with 55 months says, High Priestess, please bestow a name upon mine child. They have remained nameless since their birth last month. Sebastian Kane. Sebastian Kane. It's the main character from Hollow Man. Hopefully the kid's more well behaved. But Hannah mentions Blu-rays on the bingo card.
verify how the Earth rotates. One of the most cited pieces of evidence is the gyroscope. It's designed to maintain its orientation in space while the Earth rotates beneath it.
I also want to point out for the record, I've never heard a round earther reference gyroscopes in that way, except when talking about the flat earthers' attempted experiment. Our belief that the Earth is round does not hinge on gyroscopes. I've never even thought of gyroscopes that way, really. It just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. Yes, flat Earth on the bingo card as well, of course. Wrong button. Flat Earth.
Producing a measurable drift rate that matches the sign of latitude formula. So at 48 degrees north latitude, that's approximately 11 degrees per hour. And at the poles, that would be 15 degrees per hour. At the equator, it's 0. That's presented as independent verification of Earth's rotation. Now, some people will say mechanical gyroscopes have been around for a century. Ships use them. Aircraft use them. They were,
I think, longer than 100 years. Hold on. Because that's what an astrolathe has, a gyroscope in it, right? Yeah, 174 years old. So closer to 200 than 100. Yeah, 1852.
work fine without computers. That's true. But what they don't tell you about mechanical gyroscopes is they're extraordinarily difficult and expensive to build precisely. Bearing friction causes drift, temperature changes cause drift, minor manufacturing imperfections cause drift.
Do they all cause drift in the exact same direction consistently every time you test them? Every one? That's interesting.
A mechanical gyroscope requires constant calibration and manual error correction to remain.
Yes, and people who utilized them did that. That's how you know it needed the maintenance, because people did the maintenance.
Accurate over time.
You're fine, Phoenix. You're fine.
And this is why
I think I misinterpreted it anyway and had a knee-jerk reaction. Sometimes I do that just because I'm, gotta be careful.
The industry moved towards digital systems, ring laser gyroscopes, fiber optic gyroscopes, MEMS sensors, all of which require computer processing to produce usable output.
Do you see where he's going with this? Do you see where he's going with this now?
And that's where the primary sources become relevant.
You gotta plug them into a computer, and the computer's a conspiracy. They just the computer outputs fake data because they create all the computers.
The latitude dependency is not a modern software invention. It's documented over a century ago. In 1915, Commander Lewis Knowlton of the U.S. Navy published an article in Naval Institute Proceedings documenting the Sperry gyroscopic compass. He states directly, reading from the primary source now, that each and every latitude requires its own particular rate of tilting and resulting precession in...
Yes, I looked this up, by the way, after I watched this video the first time. Ring laser gyroscopes absolutely do require that information, and they get it. That's information that's part of the formula. So they do include what latitude you're at in the formula. That's part of it. And you're just acting like they don't, because if they didn't, it would be devastating. But they do, so what's your point?
In order to turn the axis into the meridian and keep the compass pointing north. The German compass of that era was physically built and calibrated for 50 degrees north latitude. For every other latitude, navigators had to manually shift the lubber's line to correct the error. At 60 degrees south, the required correction was 3 degrees 48 minutes westerly. Manual.
Can I also point out the reason that you know this is because people solved this problem. He didn't make these numbers up. He got them from people who figured out how to solve this problem and implemented these solutions, thus demonstrating that they're real because they had to troubleshoot them and make sure they worked at different latitudes.
Latitude-specific required correction. Keyword manual. It's not a bug in the system. It's a documented feature going back over a century. The instrument requires latitude input to function accurately. That was true in 1915 with mechanical gyroscopes, and it's true today. Kenneth Britting's Inertial Navigation Systems Analysis, a foundational aerospace engineering text, confirms that when a modern inertial navigation system initializes, latitude is input during that process and used to compute expected Earth rate components for deterministic subtraction. In plain language, the gyroscope doesn't operate in a vacuum. It feeds into a computer system. That system is told where it is, calculates what drift rate the gyroscope should be.
Yes, and if they were faking any of the data, it would make the instrument unusable. So they need it to be correct.
Seeing based on location and subtracts that expected.
I didn't even realize, but he probably is reading an AI script. Why is everyone so fucking lazy? I got into this shit over 10 years ago. Why are you even on the internet if you don't want to talk? If you don't have things to say out of your own brain? What are you doing here? What are we doing?
Value from the raw data. And here's the important question that
if you have nothing to say without ChatGPT, you have nothing to say, and you should shut the fuck up until you think of something. With your own brain.
That raises. If latitude goes into the system during initialization, and that latitude is used to calculate the expected drift rate, and that expected drift rate is then subtracted from the raw data, then what is the output actually measuring? Is it independently
the drift
detecting Earth's rotation?
Yes.
Or is it confirming the calculation the system was initialized with?
Then why would they use the device? It's used to give them information they need. If that information was wrong and forged, it would no longer be useful for their purposes. They would end up in the wrong place.
Britting's book also notes something worth paying attention to. Azimuth alignment accuracy decreases near the poles because the horizontal component of Earth's rotation, the cosine of the latitude, approaches zero at high latitudes. In other words, the closer you get to the pole or high latitudes, the harder it is for the system to physically determine which way north is on its own, because that directional signal vanishes into instrument noise. Think about what that means. At the very location where the globe model predicts maximum rotational drift, 15 degrees per hour, the instrument loses its independent ability to orient itself and becomes entirely dependent on pre-computed coordinate software to tell it where it is.
That's probably a GPS issue. I don't know if there's GPS coverage over the poles. I have no idea. Could also use compasses or something in the mechanism somewhere, and those are going to get all fucky when you get too far north or too far south.
I'm not telling you what to conclude. I'm just showing you what primary sources confirm. A 1915 Naval Institute proceedings article and a foundational aerospace engineering...
Oh my god, he is reading AI. He's reading these words for the first time, I think.
...text about how these systems actually initialize and calibrate. The question of whether
the GPS constellation does cover the poles, thank you.
That process constitutes independent verification or circular confirmation is one worth asking.
OpenAI is projected to lose $25 to $28 billion this year. How do they stay in business like this? Because the economy is fake. Because anything you can do, you can afford. And if you convince enough people to do a thing, then you can afford it until they say, okay, we're done.
That's why I always go down to the bones, the primary sources. Commander Lewis Knowlton, Naval Institute Proceedings, September 1915. Kenneth Brittain.
Tip, just a peach with a tip, says, my dad taught a class in the early 2000s on how to use the tool used on World War II torpedo gyros so they could test with them and clean them up off the seafloor. Computers should guys like my dad the numbers, showed guys like my dad the numbers, and they did the math for decades, get smarter.
Inertial navigation systems analysis. Look them up yourself.
Yes, uses AI on the bingo card because he definitely used AI for that. I get it, my guy. You saw Lawnmower Man and got scared. In fairness, Lawnmower Man is spooky. You can't just show me Pierce Brosnan like that without a warning. Let me open this real quick. Let's talk about mermaids.
Welcome everyone back to the channel Indigo Angel. Come on in to this special aquatic guardian mermaid dimension where we are going to discuss all of the different types of
dimensions beyond our own. Dimensions beyond our own. She said mermaid dimension. So that'd be dimensions beyond our own. I'd like to think that the mermaid dimension... Oops, wrong button. I'd like to think that the mermaid dimension is exactly like Earth, but the water and land are inverted. So it's still America, but like America's an ocean. You know? Yeah.
Mermaids that are in the oceanic global waters. There are 14 lineages in total that came through, but we're going to
What's Pierce Brosnan doing in Lawnmower Man? Creating the Lawnmower Man! Have you not seen Lawnmower Man? Go watch Lawnmower Man. Is it funny if I repeat the title of a movie 3 or 4 times? Is that a joke in and of itself? No? Why do I do it then?
discuss 12 today, so this will be a very long and extensive Guardian Alliance deep dive. As this came to me after remote viewing SS3, Stargate 3, the Bermuda, and I made direct contact with the Atlantic Diamond Mermaids.
Ooh, the Atlantic Diamond Mermaids. See, maybe I'm racist, but I did not know that there were different kinds of mermaids. I was completely unfamiliar with their game. What did I just say that I was going to mark? I already forgot it. I know I just said it. It was something stupid. What was it? God damn it. I got to go back 5 seconds.
And I made direct contact with the Atlantic
Atlantis, duh! Oh my god. Atlantis.
Diamond Mermaids.
I did mark dimensions beyond our own.
And since that remote viewing and sharing that video with all of you, a lot of psychic information has been continuing to be revealed over the last few days as I have been immersed with working psychically with each one of these mermaid races and groups and lineages and energy and learning about what it is they're bringing through and how they wanted me to essentially represent them. So this is
She said Atlantic, not Atlantis. Oh, you might be right. You might be right. You may be right. I got ahead of myself. Take Atlantis off until we hear further. I may have been wrong. I jumped to conclusions because mermaids, I assumed Atlantis.
A very detailed update for you guys. And I want to give a big shout out to Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot. If you're watching, if you don't mind doing your little time marker comment down below for everyone, I would appreciate it on this one, as we got 12 mermaid lineages to get through. And I recognized all this was coming through because a few days ago, I also drove down to Louisiana, to New Orleans, to New Orleans.
Please don't.
New Orleans. I don't
Nolans?
have the
Oh,
best
she made me do it. Fuck.
New Orleans accent. Sounds a little Boston. Massachusetts mixed with New Orleans. But ever since there,
It sounded like a Nora from Nora. Whatever accent she has.
I connected with the Mama Mermaid spirit of them all, which was Mami Wata, which is Mother Water. That came from the African diaspora. So there are energetic portals connecting Africa to Louisiana and over to Pensacola. This is an area where a lot of the really ancient mother religions are still technically kind of practiced along the water. And so the spirit of Mami Wata came through when
I was gonna say, she just called it the African diaspora, which, like, I don't know if that's an academic term that's actually used in certain contexts, but I feel like that's brushing over what that was and how how most people of African descent found their way to the American South. You know?
And I was in Louisiana, and she kind of showed herself to me, and she is a mermaid. So we're going to get into all of this in this update. So much has been coming through. Make sure to put a big like on this video, comment down below, share this video out, because this is going to be the most extensive content on the mermaids that you have ever seen, period, across the board. So hype this video up as we are.
Chitara says they're energetic portals? I thought we closed all those in the first Jellohad. I mean, that awful, awful conflict that the modern Temple of Paul does not condone. We don't condone it. We do, however, celebrate it with several holidays, but that's okay. We just got used to the tradition. It's not okay. However, we will have snacks. So, come by the celebration.
Going to go over all of the mermaids that have revealed themselves to me. Just so you know, I am going to be guiding a retreat September 18th through the 22nd, where we will be connecting with all of these aquatic guardians and working with many of these mermaid lineages.
Sorry.
So the links will be down in the description. I hope you are joining.
I still haven't seen Dune, by the way. Still not seen Dune. Is celebrate not implied to condone? Our jokes are okay. So I want you to open up your phone, and I'd like you to, into the Google search bar, go, what is a joke? And then I think you can take it from there.
Joining me here in Picola. And also this content that you will be seeing in this video today is
the old Dune or the new Dune? Yes.
Being prepared for Volume 3 of the Guardian Alliance Gridwork and New Earth Prophecy. Yes, you guys, I've officially started organizing material for Volume 3, which won't be coming anytime soon, okay? I'm estimating and predicting 2027 or 2028, most likely 2028 by the time publication fully comes through, but you never know.
Is she Nazi adjacent or white replacement believer? I'm actually not sure. I've not listened to a ton of her, because usually what happens is she's interesting at the beginning because she says a lot of word salad type stuff, but it just veers into whatever. I don't think I've gotten far enough into her videos to know.
Okay, so could come sooner. But
the thing with Dune, I'm sure Dune is interesting. It's a story that's incredibly popular. The movies have been popular, so I'm sure it's good. It's just one of those things that's hard for me to go, I want to watch this today, because I have a irrational dislike of grungy, sandy sci-fi. So, for instance, good example. The thing that kicked off the sandy, dirty sci-fi genre, at least as far as I know. I'm sure there's earlier examples. But Star Wars, Tatooine, that shit. I don't like that vibe. I'm a Star Trek fan. I like the future to be clean. I like the future to be sleek. I like the future to be good. And I don't really like sand. It's dry, it's coarse, it gets everywhere. Ugh.
In the meantime, if you want to pick up the Guardian Alliance Volume 1 and 2 and catch up on all the information before the next big drop comes, fully loaded, all of the links will be down in the description for my book series. And if you want to follow my writings as I go in the meantime, you can do that at my website newsletters at indigoangel222.com, where I essentially almost every video that I put out, it's sent out with a notification via my email newsletters, so you can read through the information, because I know that my videos are...
You're constantly joking about the doom of our world, Hannah. Why not eat the grim dark pill? Because I need hopeful things, because reality's already dark enough. Or at least if it's a dark piece of media, it's at least dark in like a less existential way.
So packed. I know that I use a lot of big terms.
That's not even necessarily true. I watch a lot of depressing movies. I don't know.
That people have often criticized.
Yeah, shilling scamming on the bingo card. Shilling scamming.
The word or the phrase word salad, that I deliver a lot of word salad. The only reason it sounds like that to people is because they haven't quite understood the lingo.
Word salad on the bingo card. Word salad. Yes. Have I ever seen Requiem for a Dream? That's dark. I love Requiem for a Dream. My video essay on med beds had sort of allusions to Requiem for a Dream. And then it turns out that now the director of that is super into AI, and I hate him. Fuck you, Darren Aronofsky. You know how long I defended Darren Aronofsky? I was there. I was like, you know what? I actually like Mother. I actually like Mother as a movie, even though it's just a metaphor. Well, then he had to go and do the AI thing. God damn it.
Ascension terminology, the New Earth lexicon, the
Charlie Kaufman stays winning. Very true. Very true.
Vocabulary. So these are all things that are highly fundamental to really getting the totality of my messages. And you can learn about that in my books, as well as I have an extensive lexicon terminology at the back of Volume 2 that will help you with everything that's being discussed. So this is a study of material to, really understand everything. Okay, guys, so...
Did anyone see Disclosure Day? It looks bonkers. I've heard it's terrible. Most of the people I've seen... I've seen it fall into one of two groups. Older people who are maybe like 45 or 50 and above who maybe will like it, and basically everyone younger than that who says it's boomer slop and like a terrible out-of-date Spielberg movie that feels like it would have come out 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, be sure to sign up. Be sure to join me in Pensacola. I cannot wait.
Conspiracy theorists are not fans, surprisingly enough. In the run-up to it, some of them were excited, thinking like, this is it. This is going to signal actual disclosure. But then when they saw the movie and it didn't, they were like, oh, this sucks. This is an op. This is a psyop.
Excited, everything that's going into planning this right now. And I'm so excited to be sharing my books with you. I know some of you just received your books this last week, so drop a comment. Let me know, how do you like it? What do you think about it?
We're halfway through the stream, by the way. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Helps new people find the stream. If you're watching the VOD later, you can always hype the stream if it's in the first couple of days. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. And you guys know, if you want to support the stream, you can always become a member on YouTube, a subscriber on Twitch, or gift either on their respective platforms. Thanks.
So excited to hear the feedback because I put so much of myself into those books. And so
How many prompts did you use to get the full book? You guys know Morantz wrote a book with ChatGPT, right? He just put a bunch of his YouTube video transcripts into, like, ChatGPT and told it to write his book. Yeah.
I hope you're as excited as I am, as this slideshow was made by ChatGPT. So,
oh my God, why are they all so lazy? You fucker! It's a PowerPoint! It would take an hour to throw together! You know how many images of mermaids exist on the internet? A lot! A lot of images of mermaids already exist, you fucker. They were all plagiarized to make your fucking slop! Oh God. I'm just like a Lewis Black character, but on the internet and trans. Ugh. I'm yelling at something. Are you entertained? I'm upset. Is that a joke?
a lot of this was,
Hannah's getting too meta again. That's not good.
Put in to create AI diagrams and basically information illustrations that will highlight all of the findings that I had for all of the different mermaid lineages. So I'm really thankful that, we can utilize this technology in a way that can help bring to life the things where
Lance with 100 bits, MST3K clip at Linkara uses all the time, directed at this lady. Get on with it!
Thinking without having to have, a graphic artist background or something like this, but also using AI in a way that we're not harnessing it for the dark forces and things like this. So I understand there's a fine line there with all of that, but I'm just thankful that I was able to use it to create this amazing slideshow, because I would not have been able, it would have taken me so much longer to define these mermaid lineages, which I can just do it now with inserting my description, and it pulls these nice diagrams together for everyone. So we're going to be talking about the guardian mermaid nations of Earth. We're going to be talking about the aquatic guardian races, the sea territories, where the sea temples are in each of those territories, which is so exciting. So
is it
exciting? I would say that's probably one of the main key things that the mermaids have brought forward to me, that it's just, I feel like I have sparkles in my eyes. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing this with me, beautiful mermaid souls. And we're going to be talking about those underwater politics that are going on with the mermaids. And we're going to be talking about all of it.
Make Atlantis great again.
In a Guardian Alliance Planetary Ascension framework, essentially. And I'll be accessing some cultural history and folklore, mythology.
I don't get into it.
That are extensions of the cloning programs in China, which is another video I'm going to get.
Clones on the bingo card. Clones, clones, clones. Where are you, clones? Clones. There it is.
Get into soon. But all of it,
wrong button,
is going to be overall my visionary interpretation of this. This is my original authentic work on the mermaids, and I'm just so...
It's not original or authentic! You literally said ChatGPT put this together!
Thankful that they...
The image says 12 lineages, or she says 12 lineages, but the image has 13. What a shame. She didn't even check it.
Worked with me to bring this forward. So I feel very honored. And to everyone watching...
Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... Oh no, 12, 13. You're right. Okay.
Always practice discernment. Honor your divine will, your free will, your consent, your authority of your own consciousness. Protect these physical waters. and evaluate all spiritual contact that you may have through the law of one, respect for life, and sovereignty of each being that you have. Mermaid's energy. It's a fish that is carrying an abalone shell on its body, and I am absolutely.
Oh my god, she takes forever. Let's get to the first page. Oh my god, it takes her 20 more minutes to get to the first page. She's terrible.
Blue, indigo, violet, silver. They had crystalline tails. Some of them are just pure crystalline. And they psychically looked like they were reflecting light within and through them, like diamonds beneath the water, like as they're swimming, like as I'm psychically.
Oh wow, the diamond mermaids look like diamonds. That's very original.
Seeing them, they look like diamonds are just around them as they're swimming. It's just like it.
Fun fact, they wouldn't think that they looked like diamonds. They would think that diamonds looked like them because from their subjective perspective, they would know of themselves before diamonds. So they'd be like, wow, doesn't this rock look like mermaid flesh? They wouldn't call themselves diamond mermaids. They'd call diamonds like mermaid stones or something. God damn it.
It's like you're in a whole world of admiration, kind of seeing it.
Many so bad at world building.
Have long silver white.
Yeah, scale stones. There you go. You even got a better name for it. There you go. There's a D&D idea. Steal it.
Blue, black, and pale gold hair, and their eyes appeared to be unusually large. They had very large eyes. They were very luminous.
Oh, they're anime characters.
I noticed a lot of blue eyes, violet eyes, aqua eyes, but very reflective. You could, like, it was, just the reflection in their eyes was something that was, it was a different feeling than anything else.
All right, I'm just going to blow through these real quick because I want to see what these different mermaid species are. Okay, we got the diamonds. Here's, the Gulf Emerald Mermaid. Are they all named after precious stones? Oh my god.
Next set of mermaid lineages that we have here. This is the Gulf Emerald Mermaids. And
is she just describing the slop? There's like words and stuff on the side. I think she put in the prompt that made the image and then also put it on the sides.
Gulf Emerald Mermaids are in the Gulf of America.
Okay.
They're in Florida, Pensacola, Destin, the Caribbean corridor. Of course, Stargate 2 at Sarasota, Florida.
So for the people asking, is she racist? Yes.
But they are in...
That's not causative, but it is enough of a correlation that I would bet money that she's racist, yes.
Louisiana, like... They really, really like Louisiana. I mean, the feeling that I got was that they liked Louisiana because it's marshy. Because if they want to come inland, they can. They can swim.
Okay, let's see what the next stupid mermaids are. The Caribbean coral mermaids. Okay.
Are just really in the most. So we also have the Caribbean coral mermaids. Okay.
There you go, Chrissy.
These ones.
See, they do have black mermaids. They're just racially segregated. So yes, she's racist. We did it.
Are Cuba, Jamaica.
Ooh, I wanna take you, Bermuda, Bahama, racist mermaids on my stream. Why am I doing this? What are we doing? I wish people would get some mental health.
Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, the Lesser Antilles, and the Caribbean Sea. And these ones are
Green Guy says, wouldn't mermaids have hammerheads in order to sense stuff in the dark?
very
That'd be pretty good. I do like reverse mermaids. It's always the human part on top. Why is it like that?
vibrant. Like
Stone Corbell says it's incredibly small and inconsequential, but I'm looking forward to the next admin undoing all the stupid crap like Gulf of America. Obviously, there are more important things to do, but we'll enjoy it all the same. Yeah, you basically need to create an entire department to just undo all that stupid bullshit. You think she's a JQ Star Child channel? That tracks. Overthought says, Great Lakes mermaids ironically draw you in with the sound of Gordon Lightfoot. That's pretty good.
I love these ones. They're really beautiful. They're a highly colorful pearl belts. 2,000 years ago.
The Mediterranean siren houses.
Wow.
Okay, they look like your more traditional Greek myth mermaids. Red Sea and Gulf Aden firewater mermaids
Are the highest level of protection during portal work. So they bring in a lot of
the Indian Ocean pearl mermaids. Okay.
Or repairing the memory vibration in the waters. Shells, feathers.
The Pacific Lemurian rainbow mermaids. Lots of dolphins. Lots of cetaceans in this. Okay. Yanaguni dragon mermaids. I assume that's somewhere in Asia because, again, weird racist shit. And then the Mariana abyssal mermaids, who I guess live in the Mariana Trench or something. Ooh, ice mermaids. This fucking lady. All right, let's move on to something else. We got through it. We learned the different species. That's the important thing. This is entitled God Showed Me a Map of America and What's Going to Happen.
Hi everybody. So I have another dream that was given to me last night from the Lord, and
sorry, I'm trying to get the captions moved. There we go.
And I'm actually recording this at midnight. But I had it in the morning, and I had to wait for my kids to go to bed. So I think it was just 2 weeks ago that the Lord had just given me a dream, and now I have gotten another one. I'm just going to be obedient and share it, and the scripture literally says he's going to pour out his spirit, pour out on all flesh, and his sons and daughters will prophesy. Amen. I'm just going to get right into this dream and share with you what he showed me. Basically, the dream starts out where he shows me a map of America, and I drew it so that you guys can kind of see what he showed me. So he showed me the map of America, and I have it right here.
Oh no, there goes Yellowstone. Fuck. I knew that made-for-TV movie they showed me in high school was prophetic.
This is what I saw, and you can see Canada at the top, USA, and Mexico.
She's clearly manic. If she is, she's manic all the time, because she posts regularly, and this is what all her videos are like.
Go down at the bottom.
Not impossible. I'm just pointing out it's not a sudden episode.
So he showed me this map, and I saw a big circle in the middle, and I saw this blue line.
Did America use a penis pump on Florida? It's longer, but it looks like it's lost all of its rigidity. Aw, impotent Florida.
Which represented a major highway, a main road. And basically what was happening was I saw the blue line, which is the road, and the road leading up to Canada to get out of the United States was...
Famously, that's the only road, and obviously the most reasonable place to leave America if you are in the eastern seaboard is to cross the entire country and then go north from, like, either California or Utah.
was blocked off, so you could not leave the United States during whenever this happens. I don't know when this happens. And over here, the other exit, like, you, as far as the east was to the north of America.
Like, is she aware that you can cross the border in Michigan in multiple places? And, like, from Wisconsin, you can go up, you could, like, go up through to the UP, and you could also, Wisconsin's adjacent, like, you could just go north from Wisconsin. What?
There was nowhere to get out. People were driving all the way.
I'm sorry, Washington State. Why did I say Utah?
This way to try to get out of America, and nobody could get out. And same with over here.
Or
this
California,
is where I'm
whatever.
at, Washington.
My mouth is not very good today.
And there is a road that goes to Canada from here, and you could not exit. That's why the red is there. I saw the red. It meant it was blocked off. You could not.
Okay, so this is specifically where you can't go?
Get out of the United States. And I saw this big circle in the middle, and all I knew was that there was going to be an explosion there. That's all I knew, was that it was an explosion of some kind, like...
Oh, is she gonna pretend like she doesn't know about the whole Yellowstone supervolcano thing? What a liar. Oh my god, she's pretending she's not clearly trying to indicate the fucking Yellowstone supervolcano shit. Jitara said, Great Lakes mermaids trap human fishermen by casting a spell using the dark magics native to this region, the Midwestern goodbye. The only way to break this spell is to use the word of power, Ope, as the mermaid by ancient arcane law. Must allow you to squeeze right past them. Pretty good. Bittergrin says, Yellowstone can't explode anymore, not as a supervolcano at least. I know, but she's referencing that. Like, I learned that shit in school. They told us in school, like, this is gonna explode. It's gonna kill us all. Maybe a little less extreme than that, but they did show us a movie about it and present it as like, yeah, this will probably happen in your lifetime, so get ready for that.
Like a missile or something was going to hit that location, and it was just a big round, like, area that was going to be hit.
Oh yeah, so she's just a big liar. That's
and
funny.
Affected. That is basically everything from this map.
Presumably the idea here is that the audience that is familiar with the story of the supervolcano are going to then go, oh, you saw the supervolcano, it is true, see, it's based on all this stuff, da, 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 da.
And then the Lord showed me, it was like a cell tower, like a generator, like a powering station. I just saw like this tall metal object that I would call it to be like a...
As much as I don't want a supervolcano to destroy the country, I do think it would be cool to have Pompeii, but on like a nationwide scale. Just everyone frozen. I'd have to find a really good pose. Probably looking at my movies or something.
Something that generated electricity and like...
I know she's describing her dreams. She believes they are prophetic. She believes that these are prophetic dreams. That is how she is expressing this. Her channel, did I not preface with this, is that she gives prophecies through her dreams. She's not just saying, oh, what a weird dream I had. She is saying, I have prophetic dreams. This is the future.
Service and stuff like that. It was mine, and I was like, oh, I have this powered, like, I have this power generator for myself, and I'll have my own power, basically. And then from there, I thought that was so weird. The Lord showed me these really big mountain shapes that are here on Earth. I'll show you a picture, but these big mountain shapes that look like tree stumps, cut tree stumps. I was saying in my dream that those mountain shapes were giant trees.
And that's already a conspiracy theory that exists. You didn't make that up.
That's what I said in the dream. I said
one of the bodies in Pompeii died tugging his horn. I mean, why not? Why not?
That those mountain shapes were giant trees, and I don't think that has too much of anything to do with, the rest of the dream, but it was just knowledge that was...
Yeah, mountain used to be a tree on the bingo card. It's such a consistent trope, it's on the bingo card. I mean, come on. Let's see. Where is that one? This tree or mountain was a human. Mountain was a giant tree. Duh. I always forget it because it's number 1. We don't get it that often.
Delivered to me that those images that you see that look like tree stumps are actually tree stumps.
Okay, again, it's her whole shtick just that she repeats conspiracy theories that already exist and are popular online with conspiracy theorists, but she frames them like she saw them in a dream. And that's her whole deal, is like, no, you guys are super right, you have to be. I saw this in a dream without knowing about it first, but actually I knew about it first. I'm lying to you.
And they were cut down during the flood because they would have towered over the earth. And so because the Lord was flooding the whole earth, the angels, I think it said in the book of Enoch that the angels...
Hey, fun fact, the book of Enoch is not canon.
...had cut the trees down.
Kind of in the most literal definition of canon. It's non-canonical. There you go.
The big ones, because people would have been able to climb the trees to get away from the flood. So they were all cut down.
Yeah, they'd survive in those trees, for sure, for a year.
Down by the angels.
With no food or water. Yep.
God had them cut down. But anyways, that's pretty cool, interesting. But then, after I saw those things, I was telling my husband that I had that dream. So I'm still dreaming, and I'm telling my husband, God just gave me this dream about the map of America and what's going to happen, and like things that are going to happen and what it's going to look like. Then after I said that, that was pretty much when I woke up. I did some research because I was like, well, what's this big round circle?
Confirmation bias as a grift? You've just succinctly described the entire global media media system as it exists right now. Wow.
On the map, like what,
including this show.
And I remembered that Yellowstone
every show
National Park has the super volcano that's underground. And
okay, so you do know about
it? There is a super volcano in the middle of America, in that same spot where I saw that big circle.
Okay, but you are pretending you did not know at the time. I see. Okay.
And I knew that there was going to be an explosion there, and I think maybe it will explode on its own, or a nuke is going to be sent to that super volcano, which is going to cause it to explode, and that whole area is just going to get blown up. Now, I don't know when this stuff is going to happen. I'm assuming that it's going to be during the Great Tribulation time, because it's like the wrath of God being poured out, and God doesn't do this until he takes the righteous out of the way. So,
oh my God, as if the pre-trib, post-trib thing is something all people who believe in the rapture even agree on. The fact that I am saying the words pre-trib and post-trib Christians should tell you that that is not a universally agreed upon thing amongst Christians that believe in the rapture. So, like, American Christians, for the most part.
This has to be during the Great Tribulation time where God is going to judge America, and he is going to remove the righteous before it happens or just as it's happening. And so basically, the Lord, he's always reminding me, like, these are my plans, not the enemy's plans. So God is the one that's doing this, and he is saying that this is judgment for America because of its wickedness, because America won't repent, and because it's Sodom and Gomorrah now. It's terrible. And so the Lord, he always shows what's going to happen to his servants. He always tells us in advance so that we know. And we know that there's a way of escape, which is the rapture. Amen. So you need to believe in Jesus. You need to believe that he is coming.
Why not just do it now? Because he can't do it now because he doesn't exist. So for this to be true, it can't be now because it's not happening now, so it has to be later. It always has to be later because it's never happening now, and it never will be happening now. So by definition, it always has to be in the future.
Soon, and that he's coming for a faithful and holy bride that is living in holiness and repentance and obedience to him. Okay, and if you are lukewarm, an unbeliever, or a backslidden Christian, you're going to be here to see this, and you're going to be trapped, and you're going to be stuck in this terrible time of wrath, of the wrath of
Bittergrin says worshipping a genocidal mad god isn't the flex these people think it is, right? That's what I don't get. Like, even if you're a person who believes in religion or a god or whatever, shocks me when people choose to believe in a god that's like evil. That's like an evil eldritch creature that if it was described to them in any other context, they would immediately think of as an evil character. Drives me nuts.
God, and you're going to have that only time. You might, I mean, come on, you don't want to be getting exploded on and stuff, and like horrible things happening.
I won't say it.
And that with no escape because you continue to refuse these messages from God. Like, he's literally sending out all these messages, and you know, you have no excuse if you're still here and you don't go in the rapture. So this is like crazy, right? This is crazy and it's scary, but
Gitara says say it. Nope.
Like, Christians who are living faithful to God, believers in Jesus, are not afraid. We don't have to be afraid. We have confidence in God that we have protection. Amen. He's always going to protect who are his. And so this message really is for anybody who is living a sinful and wicked lifestyle or is an unbeliever. You need to repent and come to Christ.
The most important thing is you've decided you're better than everyone else, and God is super, super, super friends with you. That's great, hun. I hope that helps you in some way.
To get right with God, because we don't know how much longer. Jesus keeps saying that there's no more time, and we only have this much time left to warn everybody and get these messages out, and the Lord is pouring it out because it is so close. Amen. So that's another reason why wouldn't any of us be having multiple dreams, you know?
When I hear, again, I'm sorry I'm just talking about religion a lot today, I feel like. When a Christian like this, who believes in the vengeful God that wants to destroy everyone who sins and does not repent, and that's just like a hard line or whatever, and they're like, but you need to believe in God, otherwise he'll send you to hell for eternity. He loves you. We love him. You just have to love him and have a relationship with him. It's like I walked into a business or something. Like, let's say I walked into a bank. It's like I walked into a bank and there's a guy in a ski mask holding a gun to the teller's head. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And the teller goes, oh, welcome. Do you want to hear about our Lord and Savior, Greg the bank robber? And I'm like, what's going on? Do you need help? Should I call the police? And they go, no. He's great. He loves us. We love him. See, he's got a gun pointed at my head. And if I say I don't love him or I don't love him, he's gonna blow my fucking brains out. And then you go, that doesn't sound like love. That sounds like a threat. That sounds like you're just saying things because you're afraid that this person with more power than you right now is going to blow your brains out. And then they go, no, he loves you and he loves everyone. You just need to love him back, otherwise he's going to blow your brains out. And I go, wait a minute, Greg, why should I like this Greg guy? He's so set on blowing everyone's brains out. Is this even a guy we want to interact with? And then they go, like, no, don't worry about it. Just, like, love him. Otherwise, he'll blow your brains out. You should fear him and love him. This is what Christians sound like to me. Like, fundamentalist Christians that are into the super vengeful God. This is what you sound like. It's scary. It's crazy. It's like you're being held hostage in your own mind by an imaginary character you're afraid of. Fucking scary.
Not like it's not God just because now they're so much more frequent, you know? It doesn't mean that we're making stuff up because it's so much more frequent, you know? Even though, yes, people...
Chitara says, or this is like the teller going, Greg the bank robber shot his son so that he wouldn't be mad at you anymore. Don't you love him?
do that, but I don't have a reason to do that because I don't even like being on YouTube. So it's not like I want to be posting my face on here talking to a camera.
Oh, she hates it so much, she just keeps doing it and making money doing it. Wow. Oh, wow. She's selling products through her page, too. Wow. 23 merchandise products at minimum on her website. Wow, look at how much she hates being on YouTube and spreading this to everyone. She's so miserable. Do you want to buy a shirt for $30? Do you want to buy a hoodie for $50? What about this hoodie for $40? I hate being on YouTube, guys. Please buy my products. You fucking scam artist piece of shit. Alright, I'm done with her. She's a piece of shit. Fuck her.
Okay, so this week is the beginning of...
We already had chilling scamming, but yes.
The Tomorrowland 2026 festival, and this year it's called Consciencia, which translates to consciousness. And over the years we've covered this, it's becoming more and more obvious that these events, which are very, very popular in this generation, are not...
Famously concerts, only popular with Generation Z. No one before Gen Z liked concerts or music festivals. Woodstock 99 was almost 30 years ago. And you're talking like music festivals are new? That was in reference to fucking Woodstock, like a generation before, almost 2. I'm sure there's music festivals before that.
Just festivals
or something akin to them
to appreciate music. They are New Age initiation rituals. And even more so this year when you've got this theme.
Woodstock 99 was a cluster too. Yeah, I heard it was a disaster. I know some assaults happened. Terrible. Terrible. There's documentaries about it.
Clearly guiding people through so-called inner healing, which has its origins in mystical New Age practices. And as you see there...
I'm sorry, why did we show...
its origins in mystical...
Is this a picture of New Age practices? Okay.
New...
White people dressed in sort of traditional... I don't know if this is... I don't know. Let's just say Asian clothing. I'm not exactly sure where.
Age practices. And as you see there, the logo of it is like a fractured, broken face with an inner light shining through. And what it's demonstrating is that it's going to guide these people through the New Age practice of overcoming the fractured self through these false practices, this staircase into a higher consciousness, which ironically we also see in apostate movements like the New Apostolic Reformation. which is just New Age repackaged.
Going to be his first Tomorrowland. This is only going to be my second Tomorrowland Belgium.
Been waiting a long time for this one.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my friend labeled them. Okay, let's do it.
All right, the big reveal. Let's see what's inside.
When people receive their tickets, it comes in boxes like this. And you see there how it shows turning this jigsaw puzzle. And this is literally what people get when they buy a ticket. They get this sent to their home. And when it fits the right puzzle pieces, it opens it up as if it's showing you how to put those pieces together.
So it's like a magic puzzle that to get to what's inside.
He thinks it's evil? It's just part of the experience. They clearly have a theme. Look, it's easy. I understand it's easy often to make fun of music festival stuff because often the people that go there are younger because of the expense of music festivals, especially big ones these days. It's usually more affluent children, more affluent young people, I guess I should say, who are maybe Nepo babies, wannabe influencers who are out of touch going to a music festival and being cringe on social media. I get that that's easy to make fun of, but it's just a music festival. I'm sure it has ethical problems, it's a business, but like, it's just like a marketing thing. It's so people will do it and make videos of them opening their tickets and stuff. It's part of the experience. It's not evil.
So it's like a magic puzzle.
And you can see in the logo there, in the N, it's got a golden staircase, attempting to draw people in, seduce them into the practices of opening the third eye, of elevating oneself, and Luciferian doctrine. And they set up these big stages that create this sensory environment.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. Like, again, I'm not into music festivals or music, but it's a cool looking set for it. It certainly gives a vibe. A lot of people at music festivals get super high, so it's probably cool to look at while you're tripping balls and listening to whatever music you're listening to at the festival.
Where people, when they go there, they're surrounded by all this, and it must be very, very hypnotic. And it's full of this same old symbolism that they
Man, it's almost like they're putting on a show or something. Weird.
often use. And you see this here in this propaganda. Again, the butterfly for this counterfeit new birth, self-ascension. And also sometimes I think they use that to show the thyroid gland, which gets affected primarily by the trauma-based is mind control.
MK Ultra on the bingo card.
The butterfly shape in the neck.
Yeah, that's an MK Ultra conspiracy. MK Ultra on the bingo card.
And so this really, I do think they are playing on trauma, as I said. I think they play on trauma and then they promote this shadow work, inner healing and fractal work, the fractured, state of this person going through a musical instrument at the end, which turns into the usual logo of the Tomorrowland Festival.
I'm sorry, is he saying that the theme, that there's a duality within men, and by men I mean people, like the theme, the universal theme of the duality within oneself is satanic? Because that's a theme that runs through a lot of stories. A lot of them.
Festival, the way music is being used to manipulate.
I'm sorry, wannabe.
And to push this agenda, and that is the crown chakra, probably the Kundalini.
Probably. What is that? Probably. Not even confident about his bullshit. I don't know. Crown chakra, whatever.
The chakras that they teach in that.
We'll do poor understanding of Eastern religion for that one. Poor understanding of Eastern philosophy or religion on the bingo card.
Religion. You see the crown on top of the third eye and the butterfly wings. Again, the self-ascension, to the false return to Eden and the gold.
Densetsu says, don't act like Christians don't take advantage of trauma, too. They aren't taking advantage. They're just using this as an opportunity to introduce you to a special relationship with your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Mossloth with 40 bits says, wow, the butterfly is the thyroid. Didn't know that trauma somehow was responsible for my Graves' disease, autoimmune hyperthyroidism. Oof, that sucks.
Golden age.
Yeah, someone in my family has thyroid issues, and they're actually, oh god, did I see a post where they're doing like a thyroidectomy? I think I saw that today. Is that a thing even? Is it just partial? I should probably go back and read that post more thoroughly. I kind of just scrolled past it.
They have that butterfly shape, and, you know, that is what is commonly known to represent the
She had it taken out today. Is she okay? Hopefully.
thyroid gland, which is impacted by trauma. So is this trauma-based mind control? Is this what's being played on here? You've got a broken generation without stable homes that have been through a lot of difficult things, and as the world gets harder and harder,
Famously Gen Z, the only generation to ever have difficult things happen.
more unpredictable.
To be clear, I'm not trying to downplay the serious issues that Gen Z faces. I totally get it. I'm just saying, for him to act as though it is the only generation to ever deal with serious problems is pretty funny. German Cow JJ says, I'm making good on your pun earlier in stream. And Mercenary Elf says, my takeaway from this is that music traumatizes your thyroid and something devil butterfly. You got it.
And people get traumatized. These festivals are seen as like an outlet for people to ascend above this system.
I think it's mostly just people getting high and enjoying a concert. I don't think it goes that deep.
To have a controlled feeling of rebellion, and also to be indoctrinated by the
Is the without stable homes a divorce dog whistle or anti-queer one or both? Could be both. This guy's Christian and uses his videos to proselytize to people, so it's something related to more fundamentalist Christianity and its criticisms of modern homes.
music, by the sounds, by the
Mossloth says, I had a complete thyroidectomy to cure my Graves. They take your parathyroid glands off of your thyroid and embed them in your neck muscle for a new blood supply, but post-surgical hypothyroidism is actually much easier to treat, especially since I was allergic to the medication for Graves. Now I have a sick neck scar about 2 inches long. Oh, well, I'm glad it worked out.
the teaching that is being seeded in to these festivals. I mean, when it comes to manipulation through music, I don't know if you've heard of tritones or trichords. There's particular sounds, and these are known as dissonant chords, which are said to have a powerful psychological effect. There's been studies that have proved this, and they contain clashing intervals, and they create immediate tension in the brain, triggering automatic neurological responses in emotion processing areas like the amygdala. And this is
Okay, all I'm hearing is certain music affects you emotionally. Yes.
an example of that.
Lance with 100 bits says, people feeling something and finding catharsis in a music festival isn't insidious. Yeah, I'd argue that's one of the reasons some people go, to be among the crowd and be part of, like, you're all listening to the music and it's like all together. There's a psychological power of people in large groups doing the same thing.
The devil's interval, tritone. So tritone, literally 3 tones, a tone being a whole step, which is 2 half steps. So there's a whole step like that. Another whole step, another whole step. There's our tritone. A tritone is also half an octave. Here's an octave, C to C, you split it in half. There's your tritone.
There are certain intervals.
Okay, so it's a little discordant.
Two notes that are clashing with each other that universally bother people. They put you in a kind of almost like a fight or flight situation.
Musical intervals that fall outside.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons you hear sounds like that a lot in horror movies. It makes you feel unsettled.
Side of conventional harmonies may trigger our innate aversion to things that are different or abnormal.
Music theory is Satan.
This interval, known as the devil's tritone.
We really are dumb apes, holy shit. Got another one! I am here to offer you the gospel. The gospel of human beings are dumb fucking apes with the delusions of grandeur. Welcome!
And then you have binaural beats.
Let me tell you something about binaural beats. They're a lie! No matter how many YouTube videos you watch at 12 years old or 13 years old that say, listen to these binaural beats and they'll make you a woman. Not true. They're lying to you. I, of course, only know that academically. Stone Corbell says, it was called the Devil's Interval back in the day. I don't think even back then people believed it was literally evil, just discordant. Binaural beats are essentially essential oils for ears. Yeah, doesn't do anything. You might like how it sounds. It doesn't do anything. We're on a hype train again, 23% to level 1. If you want to help out the hype train and support the show, you can always do so on Twitch using bits or subs.
Where slightly...
You did become a woman after that? You know, I had to take some extra steps for that. So, think it was maybe the doctor's appointments and the medication, not the beats.
Detuned audio creates a pulsing third tone, and this can influence brainwave states.
Binaural beats is an auditory phenomenon that occurs when two tones of different frequencies, which are presented
NSE333, thanks for 666 bits.
Separately in each ear, elicit the sensation of a third
it's the number of the beast
tone oscillating at the different frequency of those two tones.
And it creates this environment of drugs and hypnotism. And
oh my god, an environment of drugs at a music festival. You must be very nefarious to have to manufacture that, because people would never, just on their own, do drugs at a music festival.
Then, right from the front of the stage, they're pushing this narrative.
Binaural beats, there's something called the Monroe Institute, and that is a psychological institute set up for the purpose of looking at how the right and left hemispheres are influenced by sound and how you can create varying states of either awareness or different states of awake or asleep or, you know, influence through different frequencies of music being played in one ear and another. And that also was research done by the CIA, and they have released papers, you know, those things have also been declassified. And if anybody wants to look that up, that is called the Gateway Process. And now...
oh, good. This person's also a crank.
Very sadly, people do use these processes spiritually. People do use them to open themselves up.
They're pushing this...
Smash cut to a bunch of people in a church going like, oh, because of the music.
Theme, basically a Gnostic view that we need to self-ascend above the creator of this world.
No, your thing's not true either. Just people. Just people, man. We're just people. What you see is what you get. This is it.
World. And realize
minute left on the hype train.
Our own destiny and Christ consciousness and all of those false things.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world.
Green guy with a $3 tip says, I like to make music when I chew my food. What do they call that? Checkmate.
The love of the Father is not in him.
Conscientia marks one of the most ambitious creative journeys
Presumably your wife does not have misophonia.
in Tomorrowland's history. A multi-year, multi-continent theme that unites the global people of tomorrow in one shared story of emotion, connection, and unity. I mean, how
Steve with a Q says, binaural eats.
Antichrist Luciferian does that sound? A false unity which is against Christ, the only true
A false unity. People aren't allowed to be unified if it's not with the thing I believe.
unity is in the body of Christ, the true biblical Christ through his gospel. But this is creating a false unity, like a spiritual Babel, so to speak, with also some transhuman.
Horrifying that people like this believe any kind of unity is bad if it's not my religion. So we need to do our part to try and do away with any sort of social cohesiveness that is not under the umbrella of my beliefs.
Themes. And it talks about uniting the global people of tomorrow. Like, the people that go to these festivals are victims of the indoctrination that is pushing this idea that they are the people of tomorrow. But what does that mean? That doesn't mean the millennial reign of Christ. It doesn't mean the second coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. It means this harlot religion. It means this one world deception that is coming on the earth to unite people against Christ, against the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and it's purely demonic. And it's set.
Hey man, it's a free market. If Jesus wants to be more popular, maybe you better offer some more shit.
They're right in this barren land. It's a dry and thirsty land. The Bible says in the book of Psalms that the rebellious dwell.
The customer is always right.
In a thirsty land. And also remember, Jesus said, if they say to you, he's in the inner chambers, or out there in the desert, do not go there. Do not believe it. So, yeah, Jesus makes it clear that this is a deception. You know,
Hurts my feelings when you do that, darling Dr. Lamb Chop. I wish you wouldn't. I understand you might get bored of someone, but it just makes me feel like you're saying, like, boo, your show sucks. That's what it feels like. Please don't. Feels like you're heckling me, to be honest. And, like, if people want to heckle me, that's fine, but then just, like, do it. That feels like passive-aggressive heckling.
trying to find this Christ in the desert or in the secret places. When Jesus returns, it will be very public, very open. And it's the same as the gospel right now. The gospel is very open. You don't have to delve into this secret place to find this esoteric knowledge that will lead you to saving yourself or being saved through knowledge or enlightenment. You know, all those things are false. The God of this world has blinded the minds of those who believe not. The truth is very clear and very open. The gospel that you have heard, your local faithful Christians tell you that Jesus Christ came to this world very publicly, very...
It's not what I said, Dr. Lamb Chop. Okay.
visibly. And he didn't sin throughout his whole life and lived the perfect life and then died a criminal's death on the cross very publicly so that you could be saved, because God wants you to be saved by faith in him. You know, God doesn't want to hide that from you. He wants you to know, because that is the clear way to be reconciled with him, forgiven for our sins, and enjoy eternity forever. And he is a wonderful God who deserves all the praise.
Gross.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 27th. It's July. It's the year 2026. I mean, time is just flying, am I right? It's just flying, but whatever.
I'm going to talk about something that I've only talked about once before, and that's the show Evil, the television, the show that was on, I think it was on Paramount Plus. It was on Amazon, and you could watch it, and it was the most highly rated show there is. It got like 95 out of a possible 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. It was...
That's not... Okay, so? Good shows get canceled all the time because they don't have the numbers. Just because it might have been a really well-written and performed show doesn't mean it's going to get renewed forever if people don't watch it.
The biggest show on Amazon, and somehow they canceled it once the Ellisons bought Paramount Plus. Shocking, right? Because this show was showing things. It was actually putting all the conspiracy theorists into a show so you could see it. CERN opening the pit, you know, all sorts of different things. But I'm going to focus on one thing in this, and that's when they talk about the application TikTok, for instance. So check this out, or don't.
TikTok also fueled the depicted about a fictional version of TikTok also fueled the cancellation theories. In an episode called The Demon of Algorithms, the show introduces
One of the episodes was titled The Demon of Algorithms, and the demon is flossing.
a platform called VidTap, which is a play off TikTok. VidTap's algorithm operates exactly like a demonic, parasitic entity engineered to exploit human psychology. It intentionally pushes users toward darker, extreme, and hateful content to maximize...
Is this like a horror comedy show? What's the tone of this?
engagement as part of the 60s plan for...
Because, like, I like Monster of the Week stuff. I might watch this now. It's very funny. Okay, hell yeah then. It's intentional. Good. Maybe I'll check this out. Not on Paramount Plus for obvious reasons, but I can find it.
global takeover. Leland orchestrates this plan by grooming digital influencers and weaponizing modern internet subcultures to spread mass paranoia. He uses an influencer named Melinda's to brainwash her followers.
What's the show called? Evil?
Inserting a secret, low-frequency hum into her videos. This subliminal frequency triggers an intense psychological holding pattern, causing fans to mindlessly hum an eerie melody. Many saw this episode as direct...
Right, this is a commentary on social media. They're not saying this literally happens. This isn't them saying this literally happens. It's a comparison. It's satire. It's drawing a comparison to an absurd situation with similar ethical considerations to illustrate what's bad about the real world situation.
Direct commentary on the negative effects of social media.
There was a 9/11 clip in the thing. We can do 9/11 out of nowhere on the bingo card for that. Unless we already had it. We didn't. 9/11 out of nowhere. Wrong button again.
And how massive corporations weaponize influencers for propaganda. They depicted VidTap as one of the tools the 60s used to manipulate the world. To many, it seemed like the series was trying to make a statement about TikTok, just as they did with CERN.
So for the longest time, the mainstream media and the government was feeding us the story that TikTok was a weapon. It's dangerous. China's going to use it against us, and it's just no good. It has to go. They have to get rid of it no matter what. Now, if you're aware, you understand that China is exactly the same as the United States, is exactly the same as Israel. They're all part of the New World Order. But they weren't lying. They were telling you the truth in plain sight. TikTok is a dangerous weapon. It's an absolute weapon, and by the end of this video, I'll prove it completely. It's not too hard to do. Once Larry Ellison and his son David bought it, as well as Paramount Plus and just about everything else, that's when I really got concerned, and I realized...
Yes, it's humans using media that they own to spread propaganda. It's not demons. It's not demons. It's not satanic. It's rich people doing what they do, using their money and power to try and influence other people so that they can get their way, no matter how much it hurts other people. This is the recurring theme in human history, by the way. This is like It's like fucking Groundhog's Day.
Realized that they were going to start using this to do things like, I don't know, get the children of the world, but mostly America, to do stupid things like, for instance, the Tide Pod challenge, where they were eating detergent.
Dangerous phenomenon on social media known as the Tide Pod Challenge, still causing concern across the country. And today, YouTube is hoping to stop the videos. Cassandra Duvall joins us now with new developments.
This was years ago.
YouTube says,
Wasn't this like 7 or 8 years ago now?
It's taking down clips that show people taking bites of those pods. The videos have become an online craze among teens where they eat laundry detergent packets on camera. Facebook has also removed posts from its platforms, including Instagram. Now, for years, small children have eaten the toxic packets, leading to accidental poisonings and calls for parents to keep them away from their kids. Some say the products can be mistaken for candy. Now, it's unclear how this...
If your kid mistakes a Tide Pod for candy, let's just say the college fund you were saving is probably not essential.
This craze got started.
Probably spend that on a boat or something.
Some reports suggest
these are jokes. These are memes.
The idea grew out of online memes.
That's a meme, yeah.
Joking about how appetizing the pods looked.
Talking to your children about doing any of these challenges is a good idea because other things will come up.
Also, for the record, TikTok didn't invent teenagers doing stupid shit. That's just comes with your developing brain and hormones.
Just because it's a meme or something that's popular on social media, that doesn't mean you have to go do something that you really do know is not smart.
Dr. Jane Whitman with Baycare Clinic says last year, 37 cases of ingestion were reported to poison centers.
Remember when people over 30 used to consistently call memes memes? I miss that era.
Now, this year alone, just in January, there have already been 59 cases. Dr. Whitman says she has not seen any of those cases of the Tide Pod Challenge here, and she hopes she never does. Cassandra Duvall, NBC 26. All right, Cassandra.
And then, of course, you've got the one chip challenge where children are eating chips that are absolutely diabolically hot and killing.
Oh, that's pretty stupid. You shouldn't do that.
People.
A teenager, 14-year-old Harris Woloba from Worcester, Massachusetts, has died from complications after trying the one chip challenge. The teen ingested the spicy tortilla chip made with the hottest chilies in the world, according to Guinness. An autopsy is underway and could take weeks for results, the medical examiner's office said. While the investigation into the cause of the teenager's death in Worcester continues, the Worcester County District Attorney's Office would like to remind parents to research and discuss with your children about the One Chip Challenge, the district attorney said in a post online.
I'm gonna assume that he had other medical issues. I'm not absolving the company. Like, I assume his family sued them or something. All good on that. But I don't think it was just the chip. I assume he had exacerbated medical issues or heart problem that became worse. He did. That's a tragedy, and it is sad. And I totally get his parents suing the company. I hope they get money. But that doesn't mean that it's a murder chip. Tea Time Tea says, yeah, when I was a teen before social media, there was a trend of people choking each other out for the endorphin rush. Kids are dumb. When I was a kid, huffing was big. They had to constantly remind us, like, hey, chemicals that you have in your house, stop sniffing them.
There have been warnings from school districts across the country.
And I did stop.
Country by the company that...
That's a joke. I was not huffing paint. Although it would explain a lot.
Manufactures the chip, as well as doctors and lawmakers. Last year, one school in Colorado banned it completely. Keep out of reach of children, it says on the chip maker Pocky's website. The One Chip Challenge is to eat the entire chip and wait as long as possible before drinking or eating anything. Pocky asks to post reactions on social media using the hashtag #OneChipChallenge. Now the food item is being pulled from store shelves, according to the brand's website. In a statement online, the chip maker said, The Pocky One Chip Challenge is intended for adults only, with clear and prominent labeling highlighting the chip is not for children. We have seen an increase in teens and other individuals not heeding these warnings. As a result, out of an abundance of
Okay, they put a warning on it.
caution, we are actively working with our retailers to remove the product from shelves.
Why do you think so many kids, even though the label clearly says not for children?
The website clearly says you have to be 18 or older to enter. How are they getting past this?
Want to try this challenge that could be dangerous?
Yeah, good question. So anytime something like...
So yeah, the company did pretty much everything they can. I really don't know what you want them to do at this point. If you just want to make it illegal, I don't think that's reasonable, unless you're going to ban all super spicy things. I don't know.
Like these challenges come open, they're, they could be appealing, they can be sensationalized, and they could be exciting, especially for kids. Kids are going to be more likely to try things. They're curious, they're inquisitive, they see something, and again, it sounds like appealing to them, and so they're willing to. Some kids might be willing to jump on this. Unfortunately.
Food products don't have to be approved by the FDA before being marketed to consumers. And chilies, no matter how hot, aren't considered a new food additive or ingredient and therefore are not required to be reported to the FDA. At least 6 complaints from teens having serious reactions to the Pocky chip have been made to the FDA in the last...
I'm all for consumer protections. You guys know this, but I don't know what you expect. I don't... It's literally labeled as much as possible. This is the hottest shit ever. Don't eat this. If you're a kid, don't fucking eat this. I don't know what you want them to do.
few years. Meanwhile, the teen's family is grieving. They say he was a light that lit up the room with his presence and subtle charm. He was an intelligent, quirky, and incredibly talented young man who loved video games and playing basketball. They've set up a GoFundMe to help pay for funeral costs.
And you'll notice as I go further in this, these are all things that literally will lead to death. None of the challenges are fun and happy. They're all something that will absolutely kill you. Like the blackout challenge, where kids were tricked into choke yourself till you...
Amalgamane says, part of this problem, I think, is capitalism. Companies shouldn't make products that hurt people. No offense, but do you think that if all of a sudden capitalism was gone tomorrow, there wouldn't still be people being like, haha, let's do a hot food challenge? Do you think that capitalism is the reason that people like eating spicy food? Come on. That doesn't make any sense.
Can't breathe anymore, etc. It's insane. It's diabolical.
A mother is suing TikTok after her 10-year-old daughter died while attempting the blackout challenge, which encourages users to choke themselves until they pass out.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that predates TikTok. That was a thing when I was a kid, too.
Tawana Anderson said her daughter Nyla was rushed to the hospital after attempting the challenge that she saw on the For You page, which serves users videos.
Zane says this is law numbers. You get a big enough population and they're gonna do really dumb stuff. Yeah.
Was based on an algorithm. Anderson claims in the suit that TikTok's algorithm determined that the Deadly Blackout Challenge was well tailored and likely to be of interest to 10-year-old Nyla Anderson, and she died as a result. Nyla was only 10 years old.
If you want to get rid of really fucked up algorithms and just go back to the internet being like you sort by new, that'd be great. I would agree that algorithms, especially pointed towards children, are fucked up and should be illegal.
Spoke 3 languages. The suit reads, Nyla was an active, happy, healthy, and incredibly intelligent child. The suit also names several other dangerous challenges found on TikTok, including the milk crate challenge.
Also, yes, if you're letting your kid use TikTok at 10, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? They're 10. They're 10!
Challenge, which had to use...
Maybe if you're there with them, well, you're just gonna give your kid a phone and be like, here's TikTok, here's the whole internet. At 10? Oh my god.
users trying to climb flimsy pyramids of milk crates, which sometimes collapsed beneath them, leading to injuries.
Yeah, we can go bad parenting on the bingo card for that one. That's pretty egregious. That's pretty terrible. Bad parenting. Where is that on the bingo card? 29. Been a while since we had that one.
Anderson told CBS Philadelphia that she cannot stop replaying the day her daughter died in her head.
I want to hold this company accountable. It's time that these dangerous challenges come to an end, that other families don't experience the heartbreak we live every day.
And this next one is the Benadryl challenge, where they...
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, let's not fuck around with deliriance, shall we? Oh, the spiders. The spiders!
They have kids taking as many Benadryl as they possibly can so that they'll begin hallucinating. Are you noticing that all of these high-end challenges are literally something that will cause death? It makes you...
Nutmeg is similar. Don't do nutmeg as a drug.
wonder if the guys behind this are like wearing tiny hats or something like that.
Overt anti-Semitism on the bingo card. Bingo card. Overt anti-Semitism on the bingo card.
This is insane. This is depopulation, and it's mind.
Yes, nutmeg the spice. You can do nutmeg as a drug, and it works as a deliriant, similar to something like Benadryl. But for the record, don't do that. It will hurt you. You get a terrible hangover from it, and it's a deliriant. Deliriants are not fun. There are different kinds of hallucinogens. There are psychedelic. Those are your acid or your mushrooms. You have dissociative, and then you have what Benadryl and nutmeg are, which is deliriants, and it just makes you see terrible things and feel super uncomfortable, and there's spiders and bugs everywhere. It's kind of like being awake and having a sleep paralysis nightmare. It's not fun. Don't do it.
Mind control. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you exactly the patents and the electronics behind it. This is diabolical, and it's black magic. Straight up.
It's not black magic. It's just people being dumb and kids making mistakes because they don't have the fully developed brains or experience to understand the consequences of their actions. I don't really blame the kids. They're kids. Kids do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
It is called the Benadryl Challenge. The trend encourages people to take as much of the over-the-counter drug as possible.
A local teen is dead after overdosing on an over-the-counter medication.
This Enid dad told us his daughter had taken part in the Benadryl Challenge. It's the deadly viral...
Nutmeg is a great addition to mac and cheese and green bean casserole. Yeah, I want to be clear. Nutmeg is not dangerous to use or anything. It's not going to get you high just using it in your food, obviously. It's like in really high amounts. It's like in really, like you have to intentionally do a lot of nutmeg.
Trend back.
I think I heard people smoke it or something. I don't know.
Back in the headlines and maybe claiming young lives. Molly Miller was just 11 years old when she died in May.
We miss her, and there's no words to explain the hurt and the pain.
Her father, Mason, found Molly unresponsive in her bedroom the morning after a sleepover.
I heard my son yell, "Dad, it's Molly," and so I knew then to run straight to her room, and we walked in, and that's when I seen her in her room. My son tried to give her CPR.
Miller says he found evidence of crushed Benadryl in Molly's room. Based on later conversations with her friends and looking through her online accounts, he believes Molly died trying the so-called Benadryl challenge.
People are being challenged to take a very, very large amount of Benadryl all at once. And the reason they're doing this is because they are chasing some type of hallucination.
Something he says the preteen heard about from classmates and on social media.
And this one's called the No Lack.
Just a Peach with a tip says these would be terrible ways to depopulate the world because less than 100,000 people did these things. But there's many challenges.
Challenge where they're challenging people to pull their guns out on their friends but not shoot them.
Popular media is evil for what? What's the media that's evil? I guess TikTok is media. As much as I hate that. Yeah. Popular media is evil.
We don't want that. So they got sick of the Tide Pod and the
you're right, and he did talk about that show at the beginning too. Sorry.
Drill and everything else. Just pull your gun out and shoot your friends, or don't. We don't want you to shoot them. Just pretend you're going to, because what could go wrong?
Thank you for joining us. I'm Joe Birch. My colleague Kanji Anthony has this evening off. Memphis police say a game ended with a teenager shot in the head inside a Midtown diner. New here at 10 WMC Action News 5, Sasha Jones spoke with people who were there and uncovers what's driving this dangerous challenge. Sasha?
A very dangerous challenge indeed. We had no idea what this challenge was until we looked it up online ourselves. And Joe, what we found out is that it involves a person pointing a gun at a person that they know. Well, last night, a man playing this very challenge shot his own friend.
That's like the #1 rule of guns. What in the world?
Not many people have heard of it.
Why you out here playing?
But a dangerous internet
Where's the tinfoil? He thinks that TikTok challenges are demonic and being spread intentionally by them in order to depopulate the earth.
Challenge is,
or at least to hurt people,
gaining popularity. And according to the Memphis Police Department, one of the city's latest shootings stemmed from this challenge.
You lacking?
It's called the No Lacking Challenge. On YouTube, videos of the No Lacking Challenge show people pulling guns on their friends. And then the
Why do all these teenagers have guns?
other person pulls out a gun too. But in the videos, no one pulls the trigger. Early Thursday morning, a 17-year-old was shot in the head at East Cafe on Union Avenue. According to this affidavit, 21-year-old Sherman Lackland was sitting in a booth with two people he knew playing the No Lacking Challenge when Lackland reportedly accidentally shot his friend.
A real loud bang, and then
Oh man, it's almost like guns aren't toys, you fucking idiots.
Seen the guy sitting across from him fall on the floor.
Thomas Fitzpatrick was inside the restaurant when the shooting took place. He says the three men were all sitting together when the shooting happened.
Since they're teenage boys, probably their parents' guns for the minors involved, I mean. Why don't those parents have their guns locked up? Those parents should be fucking prosecuted.
After the shooting, Fitzpatrick says Lackland was visibly upset and distraught.
He started grabbing him, telling him to get up, and then he was kind of mad, slinging stools and stuff.
Lackland is now facing charges after playing a game some say should never be played again.
That's not
no shit
what they're made for.
Right.
And they shouldn't be having guns in the first.
Why do we even have a man on the street interview for this? Hey, a couple of white people. What do you think of this? Why? What?
First place.
That's something they should never, tamper with. There's too many kids being killed.
What do we need the man on the street segments for?
Disease.
And at last check, the victim in this case is still recovering right now.
How is this even a game?
In the hospital. As for Lackland, he's facing a slew of charges that include aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, and he's also facing gun charges. In Memphis, Sasha Jones, WMC Action News 5.
Those are just some of the examples of the trends, how they can.
Mossloth says, fun fact, some states have laws that would hold parents responsible for having unsecured guns, but the jury is always too lenient to find them guilty because they have them unsecured at their homes, too. I hate America and living here.
Trick people or convince them using frequencies that are coming through the TikTok platform, along with the influencers who are paid ridiculous amounts of money by Israel just about every time. Sorry to say it, but it's true. But it's not the only place. The entire technology thing, if you are not covered in the blood of Jesus Christ, and if you are not praying for the full armor of God, you're susceptible at all times, because things like this have already happened. AI's only been around for 5 minutes, and this is already
Profane Priestess says, that's like the first rule. Don't point a loaded gun at anyone you don't intend to shoot. 2, the gun is always loaded. 3, do not rely on safeties because all mechanical devices malfunction. Yep!
Occurred.
A tough turn now to a teenager's death by suicide encouraged by artificial intelligence. That's what the parents of an Orange County teenager are claiming.
Doesn't understand their problem is capitalism on the bingo card. Where is it? Doesn't understand their problem is capitalism. There we go.
In a first-of-its-kind lawsuit.
And we want to warn you, the details of this story are difficult to hear. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has them for us.
ChatGPT killed my son. That's what Maria Rain is claiming.
All right, I'm going to skip this segment so we can get back to the conspiracy theorists. I think we all know AI chatbots suck and how susceptible people can be to them and get AI psychosis and all that. We've covered that before on the show.
I'm going to show it to you.
They're seeking 9
length of time. You are
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Now, if you followed me for any length of time, you already know about this technology.
We do not, Harold Edelman.
But for those that don't, I'm going to show it to you. But here's a reason. Maybe you wonder why I use these all the time. But this right here is also an absolute result of TikTok trends. This.
You wouldn't catch me dead living in an HOA. No one's going to tell me what color my house is or whether I can have a pet pig. One of the few benefits of wasting monthly dues in an HOA is the presence of a clubhouse and pool. Now imagine in the age of teen takeovers, the pool just gets taken over and no one can seemingly do anything about it. Now you're living in hell.
It's a beautiful community.
But its beauty has been tainted for residents like Ben Meyer. Take this video in the pool area that shows an altercation between residents and non-residents. This Ring camera video shared with WRAL Investigates shows the number of people showing up to these parties.
It's going to be 20 people.
I'm gonna be honest, I think it's hilarious that these, like, bougie, uptight people are having their space invaded. I think that's fucking hilarious. I think they deserve this a little bit.
That jump the fence to get into the pool area. There's multiple juveniles that are trying to get into the closed clubhouse for...
All of these children are trying to enjoy our pool! Get these ragamuffins off of our property!
Party.
We're paying for a pool, we're paying for a basketball court, beautiful development, walking trails, and people are scared out of using it. Some people don't even want...
You're scared. I saw teenagers and they were black. I can't go into the pool.
Their kids going...
Oh my fuck, these people are ridiculous.
...outside to play. So it just needs to stop. We need to get it under
It needs to stop.
control.
When you have put in complaints with the HOA, what do you hear back?
We're doing things with the board. We're trying to find solutions. We will find something and let you know.
Just down the street at Trace at Old Town.
Things are torn up. It's really bad.
Residents are dealing with similar issues.
There's a couple of cases where we have maybe 1 or 2 resident teenagers who are getting the fob access and then letting in just droves of teenagers.
Oh, so their friends are coming. Their friends are coming over. It's not even completely unrelated kids. It's like friends of kids who live here. Fuck you! The fuck is wrong with you? Why do you live in this dystopian fucking vivarium-ass neighborhood? What are you doing? You people killed third spaces. Where do you want teenagers to go? What are you doing? What do you want teenagers to do?
Teenagers at one time.
This isn't a new phenomenon. This is from last year.
Trespassers using pools, amenities, and damaging...
Oh my gosh, there's like half a dozen people! There might even be a dozen! A dozen teenagers at my swimming pool? Holy fuck. Fuck these people. I hope they all lose their houses. I think someone should come in and be like, legally, these aren't your houses. These teenagers get these houses when they graduate. Congrats. You failed as a person. You are shit. Get out.
Property all without permission, making themselves at home here.
But they do have permission. Their friends live there and are letting them in. That's permission.
Here at McNaughton Commons on the east side.
It's terrible. They broke all this.
This is it literally is just these people are like, I don't like all these non-white kids in my fucking neighborhood.
Stairs, they broke all these umbrellas and so messy.
I hope all your shit gets broken. I hope they ruin your life.
Everything is a mess and it's limited.
Ludmila Smirnov says she's tired of the loud music, drug use, and parking lot disorder.
Just last week, 2 parties caused thousands of dollars in damage. And when security cameras caught it, trespassers allegedly climbed up and stole the SD cards to cover their tracks.
At first glance, the run.
I'm sorry, I hate neighborhoods and HOAs like this so much. I couldn't have happened to better people. I kind of love this.
Runaway Bay apartments seem like a dream, a picturesque landscape nestled on one of these Scioto quarries. There's a dangerous and disturbing trend happening involving pop-up events where hundreds of strangers take over the property, including the pool, the parking lot, and the quarry beachfront.
Oh no! People are coming to the beach! We own the beach!
All of this on private property where they don't...
Wow, they really expect you to hear that word private property and go, oh my god, it's a private property! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, they're private property!
don't live or pay rent. I've had my
I live in Michigan. No one should legally be allowed to own a beach. You can't here in Michigan. Public access all the way, motherfuckers. You should not be able to own a beach. Period.
Kayak stolen, my paddleboard stolen, I've had my car broken into. We get harassed, we get threatened with guns, with knives. We've had a shooting here just a week ago at our pool.
And if you non-HOA people are sitting back laughing at the HOAers, just know that all you need is a neighbor renting out their pool, and this could happen to you.
No, I know. It's insane.
All right, I'd probably laugh and be like, oh, that's funny. And then I'd move on. Because who cares? What's wrong with these people?
Total chaos. Women.
Oh my god, my neighbors are having a party. Oh, party's happening. The horror.
Twerking on top of cars.
Oh my god, there's a woman twerking on a car that isn't even mine. In public. Oh! Who the fuck cares? This is a problem for you? You have so few fucking problems that you're like, I don't have bills or taxes or children or real life politics to care about. Oh no, there's someone twerking outside. These people have a fucking mental illness.
People driving on lawns, property damage, people openly intoxicated, and one neighbor said,
oh my god, there's all these people having a pool party, and some of them are inebriated in the summer at a pool party.
Says they even witnessed 2 women engaging in a sexual act. Police.
Oh my god. Okay, that one actually is illegal. Probably don't do that. Don't do sex in public without consent of everyone involved.
A Local 4, the party growing to more than 150 people. Neighbors say people began parking.
Was it kissing? That would be funny if it was.
In their driveways, driving over their lawns, traffic backing up.
Oh my god, my lawn! Are lawns the only thing that counts as white culture?
So they couldn't get anywhere.
Oh, that's from the Daily Caller, too. Holy shit.
So now maybe you understand why I say do not use.
That was literally a news report of, oh my god, my neighbors had a party and I was upset. That was that news story. What fake-ass problems.
TikTok, do not watch TikTok. All the other social media platforms are bad enough. But again, TikTok is new, and it was
None of these people have been told consistently that their existence is a sin against God, and it shows.
designed off of all the work they did from all the studying they did from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. And they created TikTok, which is why the Jews had to buy it, and they did.
Well, there you go. That's as overt as it gets. He just fucking said it. He just said it. He just said it. Fucking prick.
So understand that, or don't. But here's the technology, and it goes back to before I was even born. These guys have spent all day, every day, working with fallen entities to figure out how to do this so that you actually do it.
Vibe coding is just demons.
On your own through their influence. This shouldn't be new to any of you guys that have followed me since the beginning, but I showed you this back in 2013, 2012 maybe. This is old news. Nervous system manipulation by electromagnetic fields from monitors, meaning...
Did you know that anyone can file a patent as long as they pay for it? I know that.
You know, monitors, the black mirror that you're looking at right now to watch this video.
Do me a favor and go to the website where you can look up patents, Google Patents Works, and type in perpetual motion machine. See how many of those pop up.
It's a monitor. And way back in the old days...
I actually think that might be the one thing they don't accept anymore. I think at some point the patent office did expressly make a rule that they do not accept patents for perpetual motion machines. No new ones, at least, yes. There'll be some old ones on there. Of course, that's a machine that's impossible. So.
Hendrikus Lou, Hulu, remember I did a video on him numerous times? Psychological effects have been observed in human subject in response to the stimulation of the skin with weak electromagnetic fields that are pulsed with a circuit frequencies near half a hertz or 2.4 hertz, such as to excite a sensory resonance. Many computer monitors and TV tubes, when displaying pulsed images, emit pulsed electromagnetic fields of...
Didn't you also need to have a working model for a patent? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with, like, law, patent law in general. I don't know.
Sufficient amplitudes to cause such excitation. Long story longer, they've been working on this since before I was born, and...
Anything he doesn't like is something that a conglomerate of evil people worked on.
We're using it right now.
The patent expired. The status says expired. You guys can't see it at the bottom. It says status expired. It's expired. What the fuck?
Seeing it right now. As a matter of fact, they've actually even got it set up so well that the monitor can affect the person that's in the room, not even sitting right in front of it. This is just pure evil. There's no validity. There's no good reason for this except to control absolutely everybody, and that's what they're doing. But somehow TikTok is emitting a low frequency. It's emitting something that's causing people to do like...
No, it's not. Just because you saw that in a TV show that was fictionalized does not mean it's real.
Extraordinarily evil and terrible things for views. They just do not care anymore. It's all about ego and pride. It's insane. But that's where we're living right now. And that's not the only one. Method and apparatus of inducing desired states of consciousness. There it is. There's all, 1991. It shows everything.
This one is also expired, as you can see at the bottom.
And I mean, these guys have gone deep into the woods on this. Big time. And I'll tell you what, they've got it mastered right now because we are literally...
I like the idea that secretly, for some reason, these are evil secret inventions, but they choose to patent them, which makes them public. You know, you don't have to patent stuff, right? Like, if you come up with an invention and you want it to remain secret, you just don't patent it, and it's an industry secret. And that has its own legal protections that are different. Coca-Cola, for instance, hasn't patented the formula for Coke, because then it would be public, right? It's an industry secret. Same thing for KFC's spices. Again, I think at this point, most people have figured out how to dupe it, so they have recipes that are likely very close, but nonetheless, same thing. So if you were an evil scientist working for the one world government or whatever, just don't patent this. Just make it and don't patent it.
Looking at the end of all things...
Trade secrets, that's what it's called, thank you.
America, all things moral, all things holy, and people don't seem to even notice. They're just looking towards voting the next person in or signing a petition or better yet, posting...
Cthulhu Flower says, dude, your whole channel is just about your ego and wanting to feel special by spreading paranoid nonsense. And our channel's much better because it's all about my ego, where I want to feel special by debunking paranoid nonsense. For every action, you know?
memes about it and nothing more. I'll post a meme or I'll repost a meme. That'll fix them. You know what I mean? Like, that's where we're at right now. And I'll tell you what, these things aren't, they're not nothing. These are bad. These have been around for a long, long time, and we're seeing the desired results of it right now. This video is a warning. This video is a warning. Instead of doom scrolling, reposting memes, watching videos, live your life and make a plan for when everything that you've ever known, water, electricity, gasoline, groceries, being able to reach your family, etc., is gone, because it will be gone in the twinkling of an eye. They're ready. They're ready, which is why they're putting up surveillance cameras absolutely everywhere. I'm not sure, they're not putting them up, they're up.
Yeah, we can do tells on themselves on the bingo card. Conspiracy theorists tells on themselves.
We're just finding out about it recently. Data centers are going up with impunity to the point where they're actually taking people's property with eminent domain. They
doesn't understand their problem is capitalism.
Don't care. They're ready. They're ready for this. Satan's time is short. They have to get this done, and they are all around us, and nobody's doing anything about it.
Yeah,
seriously.
Accidentally based for being anti-flock camera. True. A lot of conspiracy theorists are. It's always funny when they're right for the wrong reasons. Accidentally based.
Get yourself squared away. Mind, body, and spirit. Stay praying unceasingly. Remember when I didn't know what that means? I do now. At any rate, Richie from Boston, share this or don't. I'm out.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out today. I appreciate you. That was another fun stream. Always enjoy doing tinfoil with you guys. I will be back tomorrow. By the way, in the chat, if you're on Twitch, let me know if there's anyone you want me to raid. Is there anyone live right now that you want me to raid? If you're on YouTube, do me a favor, hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. And hype the stream if you can, if it's a couple days after the stream went live. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing Sovereign Citizens, I think. There's some new Sovereign Citizen stuff. If you're not on the Discord already, you should definitely join the Discord. Here's a link to that. On the Discord, I already shared this video, but we are going to cover it, and it is Marcel. He has started his descent back into a down cycle, so we will get into that. He seems to be running out of money. Here we go. This is the person that we're going to raid. All right. And I am hungry, so I'm going to get some dinner once I figure this out. There we go. All right. Have a great night, everyone. Took like a week. Yeah. We call that rapid cycling. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Something wrong with me. Deeply. I hope someday someone figures it out. Anyway, have a good night. See you guys soon.